What's up, everybody, man? Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of DDM TV, man. And on this one, you already know we coming with the ones and twos with that Sarah Boone. And if you're anybody who don't know who Sarah Boone is the female that's caught up in the Suitcase murder trial, where her significant other, boyfriend, husband, whatever, was found dead inside a suitcase where she claims they were playing hide and go seek. They had a few drinks. They was doing art and playing around, I guess, like children or whatever. And I mean, she can explain it better than I can. So that's why we gonna dissect it here on the Dice Up Late Night. Let's get it.
Just let us know if at any time you need more, okay? I'm gonna have you sit in the green chair that doesn't move. Appreciate you coming in.
Yes, ma'am. I want to ask you about these whenever we have a moment.
Sure. So obviously, he received his autopsy. So I'm going to read you your rights again because we have to talk about that. And since I'm talking about the incident, we just have to do it, just like we did yesterday.
Protocol?
Just like we did yesterday. Remember I read you the rights? Your rights? Yeah. So it's the exact same thing, but since I'm asking you follow-up questions, I need to read them to you, okay?
Sure.
All right. So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before and during questioning without charge.
Those good Miranda
if you cannot
rights.
afford a lawyer and want one can be provided for you before questioning without charge. Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me?
No.
And do you understand what I just read you?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So this morning we went to his autopsy, and we were informed of some injuries that he has by the doctor. So so he's got.
Now, before we get started, they have spoken to her already, but this part is the interrogation. That's why they had to read her Miranda rights again, so that they're able to speak to her, because that's something that the authorities have to do before they speak with you, to let you know that anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Now, what's stupid is how many people go into these interrogation rooms and have these interrogations with the police without a lawyer in there, when these are designed to make you slip up. You feel what I'm saying? It's designed to make you slip up. That's why it's always important to have a lawyer in that room with you. If you're taking your case to trial or you haven't been to court or anything, always have an attorney. That's my advice to all of you. Always have your attorney there that can catch the wordplay, because people that come in here that are defendants, not everybody's savvy, as in, we'll just say lawyership. You know what I mean? Not everybody's a paralegal or anything like that. And even if you are a paralegal or a lawyer yourself, you still want a lawyer in that room with you that's getting paid to catch what you don't catch and to stop you from saying what you shouldn't say.
Scratch marks to his back.
What's up, dog mom?
I know
Good morning.
Okay. And it's called a contusion. Do you know what a contusion is?
Suitcase,
So
Sarah.
like basically you're getting hit, and then you get a mark from it. You'll get bruising, like someone hit you or something like that. It's called a contusion. So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. We could see his mouth was a little.
I haven't laid a
swollen.
hand on him.
Okay.
Also, too,
His
I
lordship in
fell
the
off
building.
my son's bike,
Okay.
so I don't know. And he's notorious for running into the wall or the
Okay.
hall tree. So
Okay. Okay.
I don't-
What about the scratches? Because there's also sex.
Yes.
Okay. Because there's also like a scratch on the back of his neck, kind of going, but it's going straight across.
I have no idea what that's from.
And they're all recent. They.
Did this woman, did she say was the scratches due to sex? She was like, oh yes. But now, mind you, it's not only that the guy was trapped in a suitcase, and you'll see how she tries to explain them playing hide and go seek as grown people, and that's the reason why he's in the suitcase, which doesn't make a lick of sense to me. You know what I mean? But he does have all type of injuries and whatnot or whatever. But how does somebody hide in a suitcase and zip it all the way up themselves to the point where they can't get out of it? But that was a hiding spot. You would literally have to help him get in there then, right? You would literally have to help this dude get inside the suitcase. So it's not much of a hiding spot if you know where he is.
They occurred recently. It wasn't something that occurred post or that occurred a week ago or 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They definitely occurred, the night leading up to when he was.
In all honesty, we have not gotten into it.
Okay.
That's why, the only thing I thought you guys were going to ask me about, which I was going to be honest with you anyway, are the scratch marks on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, I have no idea what it is.
Which she was already going to say,
idea
oh, that's due to rough
what
sex.
It is. Nonetheless, I've had my son over the house, too, so.
Well, your son was there when? When
I
was he
couldn't
last
even imagine laying down with this woman.
Oh, gosh.
From my understanding, he was there, last Tuesday?
I don't know if it was Tuesday, but yes, he was there last week, so.
Well, we're talking about Sunday.
Yeah.
We're just talking about what occurred Sunday. Because like I said, the injuries they occurred within that time period.
So you're talking about day before yesterday?
Sunday leading into Monday. You called us yesterday at 1, but the incident, you guys were painting and stuff the night prior.
Correct.
So we're talking about Sunday and then into Monday.
I'm thoroughly confused because we had a good time sitting on the back porch having wine and smoking a couple of cigarettes and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play.
You see how she's already setting the scene? You know what I mean? We were outside having a couple drinks. We was chilling. We had a good day. We decided to go inside, you know what I'm saying, and do some arts and crafts basically and play. Grown ass people, and I'm sure she's older than me. I'm early 40s, you know what I'm saying? And mind you if I slur my words a little bit because I am getting a little tipsy and have been for the past 2 hours because you got to be drunk to get on to try to get on the level of what she's on. And I ain't drunk, but you know what I'm saying, I still have my wits about me. But you got to get on a level just to pay attention to this woman because this shit is wild.
And listen to music. That's why nobody got out of sorts. This is what's mind-blowing to me. I have no clue. Nobody laid a hand on anybody.
He also had, on the left side of his forehead, he had basically bruising. And
facts, dog, mom. And I like I said, I'm in my early 40s. You know what I'm saying? And I can't imagine. I play with my wife, I play with my kids, and we might goof off and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We ain't playing hide and go seek unless we playing with my kids. But even then, I probably got maybe 2-3 rounds in me before the knees start hurting. You know what I'm saying? My L7 and my back start hurting. You know what I mean? So I'm not doing that too much. Now, if we go outside, we riding bikes, scooters, whatever. But sitting here playing hide and go seek, I just ain't got it in me to be squatting down in the closet or trying to hide behind something to be getting back up like that. You know what I'm saying? I got wear and tear on these ligaments.
On his head and skull.
I have no idea.
As if something hit him.
I
considered
have not
force
touched him.
trauma.
I have not touched him. I have not touched him.
Then how would you get those injuries?
Tell me and we'll both know. I have not touched him.
See, now that's where she messes up at right there. That's where she messed up at right there, is when they start talking about how it looked like he got injuries to his head and stuff, and she starts saying straight off, which they didn't say you did it. They just said that he has wounds and stuff to his head, and you know what I mean? He has injuries. So she starts defending herself right off top when dude says, well, how else would he get those? Meaning, if it's only you and him in the apartment, how else would he get these injuries to his head? She says, tell me and we'll both know, but you're in there with him and that's your man, so why wouldn't you know why he's injured? Especially if you guys are chilling, drinking, playing, doing all that, and you mean to tell me you don't know he has any injuries that they found? But you knew where the scratches on the back came from. That came from your hot and bothered sex. Come on, man.
When we took photographs of your overall body, and they did the buccal swabs, did they go under your fingernails?
No.
Okay. Are you willing to let us
Absolutely.
swab underneath your fingernails?
Go for it.
Okay.
I have no idea, and I don't want to seem out of sorts, but I have no idea. We had a good day.
Mhm.
It was a good day. We've had good days lately, even considering everything that's going on with our jobs and life in general and ex-wives and everything.
Quay, what up?
It's been good. Like, I don't even know where this is coming from.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
said
even
the
know.
last physical was probably, you said, I think, what, a month ago? Where you got the injury, right? You said that was a
I'll
month
say
ago?
a few weeks, give or take, yeah.
A few weeks. That was the last, like, physical altercation between the two of you? Yeah, you said a month ago he hit you with a curtain rod.
Yeah, with a curtain rod. That's why I can't believe you guys didn't take that either.
Wow.
Like, we think-
Because the curtain rod has nothing to do with the death of this man. What you went through was a domestic violence case or whatever, a situation with him. I'm not sure which way it happened because he's not even here to defend himself. That's what you're saying. Not saying he didn't hit you with a curtain rod, but based off the way that this woman acts and the way she thinks, I probably would have popped her with a curtain rod too in defense of myself. Because it's obvious that she's the type of person that has to control the situation. And I hate to use this word, I hate to use this name because my mother's name is Karen. But man, if this woman ain't a Karen in real life, I don't know what it is, because I can see her being the type of person that come bugging you if you her neighbor. Oh, you guys are breathing too loud. Like that reel I seen the other day where dude is coming knocking on the door talking about you guys. I think it's Godfrey, and he comes through talking about, man, you guys is dropping y'all shit in the toilet too loud. You know what I'm saying? Them shits is dropping too hard. You know what I'm saying? You waking me up next door.
Good. I don't know if, like, it's since the last time he got out of jail, like, we've been good, and he's been having his classes and seeing his probation officer, who's amazing. So,
What do you mean by good? What's your definition of good?
the probation officer,
No, you
You
said
can
guys
send
have
me.
been
You can
good.
send me. I'm gonna need that video, dog, mom. I swear, I love my community, man. I love the people that come and subscribe to me, because you guys are, man. You guys lead me to some of the best shit. I'm not even gonna lie. But dog, man, you can hit me at dysetvofficial at gmail.com and leave it there, or you can drop the link in the chat. It'll go to held for review, but I'll be able to go and check it and grab the link from there. And since I know you're gonna send it, I'll hit the link, because some people send links in there and it be held for review, and I'll be scared to hit the link, because people can get into your bank accounts and all that from hitting links. So be careful.
What's your definition?
I've been good. I don't think you all understand. He comes at me all the time. He comes at me. So it's either I flee or try to go upstairs and go to sleep. That's usually what it is. And I don't know if you talked to Brian about any of that, but most of the time when I flee, I go over there. So,
Right, but you're saying that you guys have been good, and when I asked you yesterday, the last incident that you could remember was the curtain rod incident, which you said was a month ago. So,
give or take.
right. So what do you mean by he comes after you? Like,
He gets belligerently drunk.
mhm.
Like, I don't know if you all have looked through my phone yet and seen any of the pictures and the videos that I have taken.
Mhm.
And at one point,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
started documenting everything.
Okay.
Are you
So you all
using
will
real
see
wood?
in my pictures.
You can't use real wood around here in these apartments, not in these parts. You can only use charcoal in your barbecue. That type of Karen. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Oh, don't even get me started on the home association program, man. Them people, they kill me over here. Like, nigga, I'm a homeowner. Better get the fuck away from my house and go talk to some renters. Not nothing against renters, because shit, I started off that way, but come on now. They be tripping just trying to get a buck out of something. Trip off of this, but don't trip off of that. Like, come on.
Bloody fingers, split foreheads. He split my nose. I've got this.
Right.
I don't know if Brian told you about it, where I had to have I had one really bad surgery, but then it got really, 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 really bad, where I had to go like 4 or 5 more times afterwards. And
See
then
how she start playing the victim
and then
role?
poking me in the back of the leg.
Right.
So it's,
Female Daryl Brooks.
And why are you still with him?
everybody asks me that. When I tell you guys this,
Listen to that. Listen to that. Who does that sound like? Don't that, and before we even get started, man, for anybody that come in here that's brand new talking about, man, stop talking, you know what I'm saying? Let the video play. We can't hear the video. The video's out there on the Long Crime channel. You can go see the video without me talking, but that's just not what we do here. We dice this shit up. You feel me? Salute to anybody that feel that way, but off top, I'm gonna let y'all know what we do. So if you here to hear what we do here, then that's how we do it. I do commentary on it. So I will be pausing it periodically, you know what I mean? But she sounds just like Daryl Brooks when the detective asks, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, no, I don't even think the detective asked him. He just kind of told him, like, you know, I've been with her for 16 years, so it's kind of hard to just walk away from that. She's saying the same thing, like, many people have asked me, why, but you're still with him. And that's usually what somebody that's being the antagonist, the aggressor, would say. Because the way she did this dude, this shit was dirty, and you can tell it wasn't him the way she's explaining him. I don't believe that. The way she explains it and the way she is in this interrogation, I can tell she was the person that had to be in charge. She was the person that controlled him. And if you guys haven't seen the dude, I'm telling you, see the dude, take a look at this guy, and you can tell she was the one in charge. Facts.
Really love him, like I do, and I feel like I can help him. Like I feel like I could help him, which I did, because he came a really long way from where he was in Philadelphia to moving back
Sound
to
like
here
Daryl
and
Brooks
dealing
talking
with
about
everything
Erica.
else that he's been dealing with. I've really helped him. I've bailed him out of jail, 3 times. I've gone to every single hearing and every single arraignment, everything that I did for him. Gone to see all his public defenders, go to the state. I've gone to the state. I did everything for him because I'm trying to help him, because I had hope in him. And he was trying. He was really trying.
Victim.
And then he starts to think about things, and I think he gets overwhelmed, and then it's like, the next thing I know, he's drinking. So it's like, oh man, I know where this is going to go, so I'm going to go upstairs and read a book, or I'm going to go for a bike ride, or I'm going to do something else, where I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink. The occasional wine, whatever, or if it's a weekend, that's when you have a good time. You don't have to wake up the next day. I have to wake up the next day and do things. I have to tend to Lucas. I have to take him to school. I have all this stuff to do. He doesn't know how to, I guess, maintain himself, where I can do 50 things at once and still know the 50 things more prior that I need to get done.
I'm the superhero here. He's the lackey. Yet this is the way I live my life. I'm going to read a book and I'm going bike riding. I'm living the regular old civilian life while he's living the thug life, and I'm with him. Where does that make sense? Where in what she's saying makes sense about this situation? Mind you, she's talking about a dead man and still putting all the blame on him. But what it sounds like to me is like he's not doing things the way you want it done, or acting the way you want him to act. So you hold a lot of things over his head, get irritated with him because he's not doing things the way you want him to do it. So you start throwing up basically in his face, but she can't throw it in his face, which she probably did, but she's throwing it in their face, which they're gauging this because everything you say can and will be used against you. They're gauging the fact that you're talking about everything you've done for him. If he got mental issues, did you take him to get mental help? Was you consoling him? Was you doing anything of that? No. I went to all his hearings. I bailed him out of jail 3 times, just straight playing him like a criminal, straight playing him like a thug. And I can't say that he wasn't, but you can't play yourself up like you're not a part of that. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? If you guys are living 2 different lives, it just doesn't work. I think this was a person that actually needed somebody in his life that may be able to help him control his own life. And this is a woman that needed a man where she could control, and it just didn't go right. Things just didn't play out right. You feel what I'm saying? Because I honestly think, and I might be getting a little ahead of myself right here, but I honestly think that you knocked this dude out from blunt force trauma, meaning using an object, hitting him over his head. You probably thought he was dead at first. Stuffed his ass in a suitcase. Then the nigga woke up. Then you had the upper hand all of a sudden, because if you watch the video, which I don't know if YouTube will let me play it or not, but if you watch the video, you can even hear the dude talking about, you know what I'm saying, Sarah, please let me out. I can't get out. I can't breathe. And she's laughing at this dude. She's laughing at him, basically telling him, yeah, I mean, that's what you get, and yeah, motherfucker, and all that time. Man, let's go.
He can't process like that. He didn't process like that, so he would literally, not
She's
literally,
definitely
but have smoke
deflecting the
coming out of
blame.
his ears. So the next thing you know, he doesn't want to deal with it. I'm going to go get something to drink. So the majority of the time, I would hang out outside or do something else because I don't want to
Look,
drink.
real quick, if narcissistic was a person, like I didn't even think somebody could strike me harder than Daryl Brooks struck me. And I can't even say she did that, but she's on the same level.
And every time, his job.
She committed murder
broke his
up
heart.
close and
And it made
personal,
me sad
folded
because
him
he had so
up
much
in
pride
a
his job.
suitcase.
And the store that he took care of so much totally went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
And that broke his heart because he had put so much work and effort into fixing it up. And his manager was
Facts,
awful.
dog, mom.
And basically gave up on all of the employees. So I think that had a huge bearing on why he would drink so much. His ex-wife is bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
She was all over him all the time. Send me money, send me money, send me money.
Vicky, what's up?
How can I
Salute.
send you money when I don't have a job? And he's still trying to take care of me and Lucas by paying a bill here or there, getting some groceries. So he always had something on his mind, which is why, again, I got the puzzles and the paint to try to get him off of it so we don't have a drink, or he doesn't have a drink. So when you all
Okay,
see
now
my
she just lied. She just lied. She said the puzzles and the paint. She said that that's the reason why I wanted to do the puzzles and the paint, so he wouldn't have a drink, when you said just a while ago that you guys were outside having a drink. Then you went inside and got the paint out and did the puzzles and started to play. Now she's saying that she did that so she wouldn't have to drink. Y'all see why you should always have an attorney in the room with you to shut your dumb ass up?
phone. You can see all of the damage he has done to me and the videos of him smashing my television because he's belligerently drunk. Where most of the time, I just don't want to be there. And I try to help him. I try to calm him down. Eventually, he just passes out.
Well, yesterday it made it
She
sound
looked like a
like
drunk.
you guys were just drinking like a glass or two. Like,
I
yeah,
can't
you
wait to get that video
obviously
from
had the
Dog.
bottle, but you,
It
I
was
mean,
the
you
weekend.
told me on but you told me on recording like that you were not drunk. He was not drunk. You guys were having a good time.
I can't get drunk. Number one, I do not want to get drunk.
Don't that sound
I
like
don't-
somebody that's a drunk? That's in trouble? Try to deflect away from what you really are? Wasn't that what Daryl Brooks tried to do? Deflect away from what he really was? Oh man, I'm a diehard Christian. And Erica Patterson, you know, if it wasn't for the drink, she's a good woman. She's a good woman. Now, I don't want to lie on her. And I don't want to put her down. That's my baby mama. I love her. I hope to marry her someday. Because the nigga thought he was going home. Don't that sound real similar? That's what they do. They deflect away from what they really are, and that's how these detectives and shit get you, because your energy goes up when you start lying about what's actually true. You're deflecting and putting off what you are on this man. Now, what I believe is you guys were both drunks, you guys were both drug addicts, and he just happened to make the fatal mistake of messing with you. Not to say he wasn't a messed up dude and probably along the line may have lost his life to his own doings, but it would have been his own doings. Now this sounds like something straight out of some type of movie or something. She even seemed like that type of person. Like that old evil ass neighbor and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that messed around and killed her husband. And I'm pretty sure she couldn't necessarily take them. I mean, look at her. She like 56 pounds soaking wet. So he probably had his back turned or something, walking in the house or something, and you took your chance to knock him over his cranium. Thought he was dead, folded him up, put him in a suitcase, zipped it up, because I'm sorry, the way he was zipped up, he couldn't have did that himself.
I don't like being non-complimentous, having my wits about myself. I don't like feeling out of control.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wouldn't say I'm out of
I'm just
control,
saying
but I don't have
you're
my wits
making it
about
sound
myself
like
right now.
like he's a raging alcoholic today, and yesterday I was kind of asking you those questions, and you're like a little defensive, like, no, we're not alcoholics.
I'm not.
We are not, you know.
I'm not.
But you guys were both sober on Sunday, to your knowledge, because when I said you went and passed out, you were like, no, I didn't pass out, I just fell asleep. So now it's kind of like, what is it? Were you guys drinking and it got out of hand and
no.
It got physical?
No.
Or is
Mind
it...
you.
Sunday was one of the better days that we have had.
Mind you, she's playing down the whole I wasn't drunk. We weren't drinking like that, but she just said she was drinking. And later on, well, y'all see. Let's go.
In quite some time. He's dancing with my dog. You can see that too on the pictures, him loving the dog. He loves the dog and dancing around, having a good time, and just being happy kind of thing. He doesn't know. I can get like maybe 2-3 glasses of wine, and I'll be fine. But I have to have my wits about myself because I don't know what to expect.
Well, let's talk about Sunday. What was Sunday? How were you, like, how many glasses of wine did you have? How many glasses of wine did he have? The bottle was gone. I mean, I don't know if you poured any out. Yes.
No, that was from previous.
You said that there was a half bottle left
Yeah, about
over.
this much.
Mm-hmm. And then that you had well, I don't even know how the wine, how'd you guys get the wine for Sunday?
I'm guessing he went to Publix.
Does he like leave the house and you stay home, or do you go to Publix? Like, cause
sometimes I'll go with him.
Okay. Did you go with him Sunday to
No.
Publix?
So most of the time what happens is, because the convenience store where we get cigarettes is here, and then Publix literally is cattywampus to it.
Okay.
So what he'll do is he'll go by Publix, and then on the way back, catch the convenience store.
Okay.
So
Is that what he did Sunday?
I'm guessing that's what he did, because the next thing I know, he's walking in with a bottle.
Okay.
So it's him trying to be nice, so I don't have to go out and do it. Plus, there's stuff that are around the house that I had to take care of. So that's usually what will happen. Or I'm folding
She
laundry,
doesn't like
he'll
to
go
drink. She doesn't really drink, but that's him being nice so that she doesn't have to do it. I don't even think she knows that her tongue is on the floor and she's stepping on it herself.
out and do whatever.
Okay. So, where
Look
were
at
you
that
guys
drunk
at
slouch. What's up, Aunt?
on drunkenness, not drunkenness on Sunday? You told us you weren't drunk.
No, I was not drunk.
Right.
I was not drunk. So with him, I don't know. I know when it's like, oh, okay, man, where I have told him, slow down. It's starting to catch up with you. Slow down. Slow down. And another thing, too, is I don't like listening to music with him because he gets too involved in the music, and the music that he listens to is a little rough around the edges, and like
Karen.
it makes me fractious listening to his music. So I kept asking him, let's just you and me talk. You and me will just be the ones that are talking, which was fine
showed her
because
Karen side.
we were playing with the dog, whatever, and then it's like, okay, now let's do the painting. We just did the puzzle, took a break, now let's do this. Sure enough, sat down, we're sitting in there talking, laughing, talking about new movies, we're watching movie trailers while we're doing painting and all that other stuff. So it's still background noise to him because I think that's what he's used to, is having background noise. Where me, I can sit in here all day with not a peep. But he always has to have some kind of background noise, which I didn't mind because the trailers were cool. And he was interested in showing them to me, getting excited about movies that were out or upcoming.
Okay.
So
On your laptop you're talking about?
Oh, I gotta check that out, dog mom.
And then it was.
But you said it was
Thank
a
you for
good
that.
day. Like, you guys didn't have any conversations about your relationship. You guys didn't go down like the rabbit hole, like had too many to drink, and you guys start getting.
Nope. When I tell you this, it made me so happy that he actually listened to what I had to say with just...
Tell me she's not telling on herself. Tell me she's not literally explaining that she's an irritable person. Everything from the music to the background noise to him not necessarily listening to what she has to say. Like basically, if he has a difference of opinion, that's a problem for her. Because she just even said, you know, I felt like finally he's listening to what I have to say. Like she's that type of person.
We'll get through it. This will be fine. It's just, it's a small hurdle that you and I together will get through because...
I'm talking about the money, jobs,
daughters.
stress.
Yes.
Nothing relationship-wise, though. Like, no issues, did you guys have a conversation about your relationship, or was it just about...
Just
like
what's going on right now.
Got it.
I try to evoke it from him so he gets it off his chest because I call him the volcano where eventually he's going to erupt.
Right.
And what he has learned in his classes is to communicate, which is a huge thing in a relationship, where he has been practicing communication. So he actually talks to me about things and unburdens himself.
She
Put it on
definitely said
me.
that, Quay.
I'll sit there and try and figure it out for you. Like I have almost everything.
Look, she
Not
just said
a worry.
it again.
Just tell me. Get it out of you.
Right.
But it was, when I tell you, I was so happy. Like it was such a good day. I kid you not. The weather was beautiful outside. I'm the one that had him go inside so we can do puzzles and painting and listen to music or whatever else he wants to do. So then he starts doing whatever it is we're doing together in the living room and then starts talking because I think he gets comfortable with, okay, you know what, we're here, it is a good day. Let me go ahead and explain myself. So I know. Nobody else knows, but I know. Nobody knew George better than I did. I say that I knew George better than himself.
I'll let you know when it comes through.
And I tried in every way, shape, and form. Ask everyone. I helped him. I took care of him. I miss him a lot, and I didn't even sleep last night. I miss him a lot.
I mean, is there any chance it got to be too much for you and you couldn't handle taking care of him and...
I never stopped.
Trying to...
I never stopped. Okay. That's what I'm here for. I never stopped. I'm here now because I'm still trying to help him.
Yeah.
And if this woman was a man, she'd kidnap people and tell them that I'm the only one in this world that can help you. Like she thinks it's her duty to control that, what people need. You feel what I'm saying? And truth be told, if you got a son, then I mean, and that guy was off his hinges, then that wasn't safe for you to have around your child anyway. If you're in your right mind, but she doesn't have her child all the time, meaning she's not a stable person. She's not the stable mother for her child to even be there all the time.
We just don't, I mean, it's unexplainable how he got these injuries, and
I have no idea.
You were the only one with him.
100% right hand to God. I have no idea how he got them. Nobody touched anybody. Nobody touched anybody.
I hate when people do that. It's always
you had mentioned that you take
people always put stuff on God and right hand to God and I swear to God and I'm a Christian and all that type of stuff when they know they're lying. When they know they're full of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Most people that's telling the truth don't necessarily have to do that. They stand in their truth. That's a tactic people use when they're trying to get you to believe their bullshit.
Photos, videos, just kind of like a proof and just in general.
Yeah, I started documenting at one point, but that was way before, I think, the last time that he got arrested, where he was flying off the deep end.
Okay.
But then I had him bailed out. I got him out of jail.
Right.
But because he had violated the pretrial diversion, this time it's probation, so you don't have a choice in it. You have to go to see your probation officer. You have to go to these classes. It's court ordered.
Mm-hmm.
Where it took him a while to get used to it and understand, They're not messing around. I even went down and met his probation officer, which I say she's wonderful. That's one of my questions too I need to talk to you about. Hugged me and said how much she knows that I take care of him. She called me personally.
Look at her building herself
when George was
up.
At work, when he was
This
working.
shit crazy.
42-minute phone call. She and I just saying how grateful she is that George has me. And she knows how hard I'm working to help him, just as she is and just as the classes will. So once he started actually going on a regular basis to the probation officer and then to his substance abuse class and his, I don't know what BIP stands for, Matters Intervention Program, and actually listening to what it is everyone had to say, he changed. Like I could see a change in him, where before lashing out, he would think about it. And would always come home and show me his papers, and we would look over his papers together, where it's like, wow, you actually are learning this in class? And some of the stuff that they would show them, like videos, he would come home and be like, Sarah, I'm so sorry for what I've done to you. Because for a video that he watches to make him feel that way, where it's like, oh man, I have done her wrong. But he's changed. He changed.
And that's why you're still with him, even though he's done all these things to you. And
when I tell you I love him, I love him.
Even when you love somebody, you have limits.
Everybody tells me that. All my neighbors don't tell me that. The office, property manager.
At some point, somebody gets enough, then they have to do something to defend themselves.
I would just flee. And I don't know if you would like to see on my phone, or I think it's actually on a laptop. I actually, because, and you have to understand too, I have, like, prior to classes in PO, kicked him out. How many times? I had him arrested. How many times?
But you also went down and bailed him out.
I know.
Facts. See, the detective is on it. Caught her right there. I've had him arrested so many times. But you also said you went and bailed him out and showed up to his probation officer and his court hearings and all that. Like, maybe Daryl Brooks was talking about her and not Erica. Because she on the other end of it, you know what I mean?
The next day.
I know.
What's on your laptop?
What was I going to tell you? Oh.
Yeah, what other lie was I going to say?
Previously, I actually looked up how to file a restraining order.
Okay.
Because I would take him out, his parents, because of them constantly having to take him back in, his bags of clothes, all his stuff. The last time, the father came out and irate and just not even, I don't even know if he knew Lucas was in the car, just opened the back of my car and just started throwing all his crap in, just throwing it, like the car would jostle, he was throwing all his stuff. At that point, because I continually did it, not continually, I think I maybe did it 3 times, and he has nowhere else to go, they got fed up and said, nope, either you're staying there or you're staying here. But if you're staying here at their place,
what's up, bro?
It's permanent. You're not going back over there anymore. So what happens is, he pursues me. So, I don't know if y'all know where Katie Way Trail is. Okay, so it's literally right there from our apartment. Would ride his bike to work, but before he would leave extra early and come up to the wall, stand on top of his bike and poke his head over because he would know that I would be outside having my morning cigarette and cup of coffee. And I would also know too what time he would get off of work, where I would know, come getting off of work, he's going to do the same thing. So it's not like I ever got like a break from him, where I told you all yesterday, or whenever it was.
But I thought you loved him and you was the only one that could take care of him, and that's what you're here for. Now you're talking about you can't get a break from him. This man is so egregious that you keep bringing him back around your house. Also acting like you always have your child, which we already know that you don't. Now, what I will say about both of these people, and it's sad that this guy had to lose his life in the way that he had to lose his life, but what we're looking at, people, is 2 drug addicts where something went fatally wrong. But these are drug addicts and alcoholics. Most likely pill poppers and drinkers. and or methamphetamine. It's also crazy how much body language liars show. Like look how she explained everything, how she got the hands all up and this wall was here and that was there and pointing over here and stuff. That I'm telling you, classic female Daryl Brooks. Daryl Brooks is the female Sarah Boone. Put them niggas in a cell together. Let them sort out their shit.
Too much togetherness, and when you have too much togetherness, friction happens. So I'm gonna go ride my bike. I'm gonna go upstairs and get a book. But what does he say? Every waking moment he wants to be with me. So, and mind you, our townhome is either upstairs or downstairs.
See how she played herself up right there? Every waking moment, he wants to be with me. Totally tooting her own horn. Which, I mean, she don't look like she got enough stomach space to hold that type of breath to toot her own horn, but she's definitely tooting her own horn. And she keeps putting emphasis on, I'll go out and ride my bike or read a book, trying to look like the Class A citizen. Stop it, lady. You look like you in need of a shot right now.
So it's like, if you would like to sit downstairs and watch a movie or play on the laptop, look up some jobs, you're more than welcome to.
Play on the
I'm
laptop,
just going to be
look up some
upstairs
jobs.
and watching one of my shows or maybe reading a book. So, and then when that would happen, we really needed that. So what's for dinner? And then we would cook together and eat dinner and then crawl in the bed and watch a movie.
Are you talking about this is like recent? You kind of like lost me. Like what are you?
It was a little while ago.
But now you're talking about tension building up and that you need space. So have you been feeling that way lately or?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay, my thing is too, so you all know. Oh, I hate that you can't talk to her, but Dee, his ex-wife. When I say a monster, she's a monster. Like she withholds their children from speaking to him. So he gets upset about that, and then she like completely berates him about money, about the father that he is, what he did to her, all this other stuff.
Sounds like what she does to him, huh? Especially being that he lost his life to you based off of the bullshit that you be on. Now she's the monster? Oh yeah, perfect liar deflection. Let's throw it on her. And I'm not saying that the woman wasn't a monster. I'm not saying that the lady wasn't like that to him, because it's obvious the dude was sort of a pushover, sort of a mellow type of dude, which totally goes against what you're trying to say he was. Like he was just irate and out of there like that. Like even when he's in the suitcase and he's trying to call for her and tell her that he can't breathe and stuff like that, he's not getting like irate and like, bitch, you better let me out of here or anything like that. I can't fucking breathe, bitch, and none of that. He's just like, Sarah, please, I can't breathe. I can't breathe, Sarah. And when you look at the dude, I can't say that's how he was for sure, but he kind of seemed like the type of dude that was one of them mellow type of cats that didn't necessarily get over the top with anger.
Doesn't matter. I mean, mind you, this is not like been recent. But, which is why he didn't even bother calling anymore, because he knows that she's going to answer and he's going to have to talk to her, so therefore he can't talk to his daughter. The other time he talked to her, made her talk to Cookie. That's on my cell phone too, so you can see it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
What does she have to do though with anything about what happened Sunday and Monday?
She didn't even know what else to say.
No, I'm just saying previously why the incidents. What happened is she plays a big part in it.
Okay.
On top of jobs and money and groceries and all that.
Okay.
Sunday, when I tell you this, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Is there anybody else at the house?
Nope, it's just me and him.
You have no idea of what?
Since talking yesterday, do you remember any timelines better? Like what time you guys were playing? What time he was zipped up in the luggage? What time you went upstairs?
We started because we cleaned the house a little bit, did some laundry.
You started the activities around 4, you said?
Yes, around 4:30ish, and then...
You just said that it was dark when you were playing hide and seek, and I'm just curious if you remember.
But when we were outside, that's where we would start and talk about things, and then eventually I was the one that had him come inside, so we could
About
do
what
stuff.
time, do you remember what time that was, is what she's asking?
And you said you went up to bed around
Midnight-ish.
fell asleep around 12:30-ish. But those are the only times I have. So I have 4 and I have midnight. So there's a big gap. So I'm just curious, like,
There's a
if you
huge gap.
recall when you went upstairs to hide in the shower, or
That's a whole 8-hour gap. That's a whole work shift gap. From the time that you went in at about 4, went to sleep at about 12.
We started to play hide and seek.
Yeah.
Well, we went inside probably about, if I had to guess, we weren't out there too long, maybe about 6-ish. Then...
You're talking about from hanging out outside and like...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we have 2 beach chairs that are out there and
Right.
just enjoy the weather.
Gotcha.
Plus it started to get dark and gnats and mosquitoes.
Yeah.
So, let's go inside. I don't want to be out here anymore.
Okay.
All right, let's go. So we're doing whatever. We did it for a while because that puzzle, I don't know if they took it or they saw it. Worked on the puzzle again, finished it.
She was on that.
Started to paint.
They had a whole swing
started
shift.
listening to music for a little bit. Started to paint. Can we turn the music off? No problem. Start at the top, paint, whatever. Maybe, gosh, that puzzle, we worked on that for probably a good hour and a half. So 8 o'clock-ish?
Is when you went to hide upstairs originally?
No, that's when we were like painting. So then it's like, okay, well, I don't want to paint anymore. Let's just, come on. Okay, you want to play hide and seek? What he does is, okay, tag, you're it. So it's like, okay, we know. Okay, take off.
Mm-hmm.
Now, basically, you see that? Even if the hide and seek thing is true, it sounds like she's saying it like he said, okay, well, you want to play hide and go seek, because she definitely just made herself seem like she didn't want to be outside anymore. She didn't want the music on. She doesn't want to paint anymore. And he's trying to accommodate her, not him, not her accommodate him. Control.
That's what we did.
And then you went upstairs,
Yes,
and then
she
he didn't
did
come
say
up,
hide
and
and
you
seek.
came down. And the suitcase was there originally because you guys were planning to do donations, so it
Including
was
the
already
suitcase.
there. Have you guys ever played you said you played hide and seek like probably 3 times in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
When you have played, have you ever zipped him up in a suitcase prior?
No.
Okay. So it was just kind of like that prop was there,
Yeah.
and it was there,
Yes.
and it was in play because...
Why do you say it like that, though?
I would never do that.
You would never zip them up in a suitcase?
Well,
I mean, we were playing.
No, I know,
that
but
time,
I'm
but
Boom, don't make sense. That doesn't make sense. If we're playing hide and go seek, why would you be zipping him up in a suitcase? If you're it, even if you're not it, hide and seek. You hide, somebody seeks you out. If you're putting him in a suitcase, there's no hiding. You know exactly where he's at. So that totally kills the whole hide and seek thing. You feel what I'm saying? I don't even, like I said, I don't even think she know that her tongue is so long it's on the damn ground and she's stepping all over it herself.
I'm talking about hide and seek, which is a game, so...
the suitcase originally is in our closet, buried all the way to the back. If you, I know the CSI people saw our closet. Our closet needs to be cleaned out really bad. My son's clothes need to be cleaned out
Let's
really
change the
bad because
subject
they
a
don't fit
little
him
bit.
anymore, and I'm tired of looking at them. So he took it upon himself, including that suitcase, to take it downstairs so we can get all of our clothes, our donations, and everything,
What's
and
up with you,
just leave
sis?
the whole thing.
Hey, thanks for sharing my video the other day.
Clothing and shoe thing at my son's school.
Gotcha. No, I'm just asking, in the past, like, have you ever zipped him up in anything, jokingly or not, but obviously
No.
I understand, you know, you're claiming that Sunday it was a joking matter, you were laughing, he was laughing, but what I'm just asking is in the past, like, is it something that you guys normally do?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We were actually this last game running out of places to hide because we have a townhome where it's upstairs or downstairs. So
This bitch said we was running out of places to hide.
Okay, so do you remember making any videos or maybe having any photos, videos that you remember doing on your phone on Sunday?
Well,
No?
I think I took a picture of a dog.
Okay. But your phone is password protected, you have the password, he
Mhm.
has the facial recognition, so it's not like someone else could be on your phone.
No, I have both.
But you have the face and the password?
Yes.
Yeah, but he only has the face, correct?
No.
To be able to get onto your phone, you told me that he looks at the phone.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were asking if I did. Yes, it's me.
Okay. Does he have access to your phone? Because you said it's a
Yeah.
shared phone. Okay, how does he have access?
Sarah, can I buy your phone? Yeah, it's right there on the kitchen counter.
Okay, but how does he get into it? Because it's password protected.
He'll come and get it to me, and I'll just do the face thing. Where sometimes too, like look, he'll joke with me and say, okay, I need to borrow your phone, and he'll hold it while I'm cooking or doing something, do the facial recognition.
Okay, so he doesn't know the password and he doesn't have the facial recognition.
No,
But he is the only other person that would use your phone, I'm
Yes.
assuming, other than...
well, Lucas.
Right. But Lucas wasn't there Sunday. Right. So, to your recollection, no videos on Sunday?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I maybe took a picture of them, the two of Tess and.
Now, what I think the detective is getting at right here is the fact that she already knows and seen the video of Sarah Boone recording the video of dude in the suitcase begging to get out, and she's sitting there talking shit to him. This is what you get, motherfucker, and all that type of shit. But you guys are playing tag and you guys are in a good mood, so why do that?
Dogs.
And George and them dancing, but I mean, it's just Tess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I have something that I want to show you that we found, and
Let's get to it.
It was from your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
Oh, you forgot about that shit, huh? Oh, you want the shit?
No, I don't remember that.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me.
Your battery's about to die.
Shutting down.
Oh. Okay.
Let me.
Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? The battery was about to die and shit right when she started playing the video for her. But you can hear her talking about, for all the things you done to me, you know what I mean? Basically all the shit you put me through and all that type of shit. And in that video, and that video's online if you guys want to look it up, but he's stuck in a suitcase and she's recording it, sitting down on the couch, chilling, talking about, you know what I mean, basically for all the shit you done to me and all the shit we've been through and da-da-da, while he's stuck in the suitcase begging her, Sarah, I can't breathe. Let me out, please. Begging her. She's laughing and carrying on and talking shit. This bitch is crazy, and I hope they put her under the jail. And I mean, her character shows, because I mean, she's still waiting to go to trial and stuff, and you wouldn't believe how many lawyers she's already been through. Because I'm pretty sure the lawyers is like, man, I'm not about to defend this shit. This act right here was crazy. I blame chicken.
The battery doesn't last very long.
And I just
It
had
used to
some
last a
chicken.
lot longer than that. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Let me just grab something.
All right. No, I was just simply asking because you had a look on your face when she asked you if you've ever done that before. You looked kind of shocked and.
No.
Okay, but why did you say it like that? Like.
I don't think you all understand who I am.
Okay. Well, tell me.
I mean, I've always been a straight A student. I am an
Play
outstanding
herself
mother to
up
my
again.
son.
Okay.
I excel at everything.
Oh, she was definitely drunk, Vicky.
I would not do that.
You wouldn't lock somebody in a suitcase?
Well, I didn't completely lock it. I mean, I
Okay.
opened it with one finger. I left enough in there for him to get out.
Okay.
Oh my God. Did she just admit to putting him in a suitcase? Now, there's only two ways or two reasons why you would even do that, and it wouldn't be hide and go seek. Either he let you put him in there to see if he can fit in the suitcase as a human, and you zipped him up and left him in there, or based off what they said, looked like he was hit in the head by, you know what I mean, he was assaulted with blunt force trauma. He was suffering from blunt force trauma to his head, scratches and shit all on his back and his neck. Meaning you got a little violent. Curled his ass up and put him in that damn suitcase. Now, even if you didn't think he was dead and you put him in that suitcase, you put him in there to control him. Because then all of a sudden, you're sitting there shooting a video talking about for all the things you did to me and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, you already been caught up in a few lies, but the one lie that's provable is the fact that you sat there and told this lady that day you only took a picture of the dog and then she busted out a video on you. Drunk ass.
And I wasn't planning on going upstairs and going to sleep.
Okay.
Facts. Oh, observe it.
No, it's just the way you said it.
You guys are scaring me.
Why?
Well, we just want you to watch this. This came from your phone. Don't you want to know what's on it?
Definitely
Yes,
dog
please.
mom. Look, that's the face of fucking shit. I can't believe they got this video.
Is it long? Because I don't know how much I can take.
No.
I don't know how much I can take.
I don't know how to find her.
I'm telling you, she doesn't even understand how the person she is showing, even though she's trying not to show it.
Do I have to watch this?
Daryl Brooks.
I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it, if that's okay.
Well, it's on your phone, and you can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
Oh, you're going to let me explain? Okay, yeah.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
No.
For everything you've done to me. For
Definitely.
everything you've done to me.
Definitely, OBS. Afraid of accountability.
Fuck you.
And this
Fuck
is,
you.
that's you, your voice.
God damn. I was going to say 5, but damn, already 7 lawyers? Jesus.
Stupid. Sarah. That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Pee Wee Herman.
I can't fucking breathe.
That's my name, but don't wear it
Yeah,
out.
that's when you do it. You choke me. Sarah.
I don't want to watch it, please.
Because you know you're fucked.
Last time we talked to you, you had said that you put him in the suitcase, he had 2 fingers hanging out. And you
I
went to
flipped him
bed.
over.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
I flipped him over, and that's where it was.
There's 2 different videos and a still picture where, yeah, it shows you flipping him in different positions and him saying that he can't breathe and you saying fuck
So
you.
this is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
It was flipped up.
right, it was flipped up normal.
Yes.
Like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image, it's upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Oh, she hella
Now he's
gets-
obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep.
Who asked you that just now? Who in the hell just asked her? What'd you do after that? Or did you go upstairs and go to sleep? They talking about flipping the suitcase. Well, when you flipped the suitcase and he told you he couldn't breathe, all that time you were down there, you should have let him out. Especially, you just put your foot in your mouth, stepping on your goddamn tongue again, by even saying, my plan wasn't to go upstairs and go to sleep. If he was telling you he couldn't breathe before you went upstairs, then bitch, this is cold case intentional murder.
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah.
But not intentional.
No,
Yeah,
you told me
did.
you went upstairs because
What?
you were
Stop
getting
here.
ready for bed.
Stopped here.
Okay, but
Where's here?
show me where you can see any fingers coming out, because there's the end.
and his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, rather than going all the way up, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe?
And the way she just explained that, where his head is, and the diagram that she just made in the air, the zipper would be below him, below his feet, if his head is upright. You feel what I'm saying? So how could he get out of that? Man, I'd have used all the Thundercat force inside of me and would have ripped threads getting out of that damn thing. I'm telling you.
And why is he pushing
And afterwards,
on it?
afterwards, you guys would have just called me a woman abuser or something, because I would have mopped the floor with this woman right here. Especially not letting me out. Oh, I'd have mopped the floor with her. I'd have happily went to prison for this. Bitch, you tried to kill me.
Can't get out.
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't know.
That
Like,
nigga
what
must
you
have
want
been
me to tell
flexible.
you.
I'm just showing you. I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the other video.
I understand.
J
He's begging
Coffee Talk, what's
for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then
What's
in the
up,
end
bro?
it sounds kind of like a...
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying fuck you,
It's not malicious.
then what is that?
Whoa, did you see that? Look.
What is fuck him out? You're laughing in the beginning.
The same way Daryl Brooks has problems with females, she has issues with men. She likes to control men. Watch how she talks to the male detective. It's not malicious. You are showing yourself, lady.
And then in the end it sounds kind of like a...
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying fuck you,
It's not malicious.
then what is that?
What does fuck you mean to you?
See how she get
Well,
irritated
Like
with him?
if I were to tell my
Oh, like he
partner...
does. Like, I get called everything but a white woman, so
Okay.
my intention was not to leave him in there. Please understand that. My intention was not to leave him in there.
But you went upstairs thinking that he could get himself
Yes.
out, but the video shows
That's
at
what I
no
told
point
you.
can I see his fingers. And
He'll
it
be up
looks
here any
like-
minute.
And then 30 minutes later, he didn't show.
And he's telling you
And I
he
didn't
can't
wake
breathe.
up.
Do you
He's
think
not
he's
able to get
joking? You told me he was laughing, and
We were
the
before.
video, there's no
When we
laughing.
first got in there, both of us were.
So how long was he in there for? Like, this video is at 11:12 when it starts, so was he in there for like a long time prior to
No.
recording this?
No. No.
So it goes from
Facts,
funny
though,
to
Mom.
no longer funny,
But
and
I
you're
didn't,
the only one laughing.
But I didn't think that he was, like, panicky. Like,
So pushing up on a suitcase saying, Sarah, 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 I can't breathe.
George has done that in the past before, too, where it's just like he thinks that he's woe is me kind of thing, where it's like, I don't
He's
think-
never been locked in a suitcase. That's
No.
where he couldn't get out. So
It's kind of, I thought it was
And
the
you know
boy
the oxygen
crying
is
wolf,
coming.
crying wolf kind of thing.
okay.
It don't matter if it's the boy crying wolf or not, even if he's faking or not. Like, come on now, because if this was a situation where the dude was on trial, that dude that died in the suitcase, he's on trial for raping her or something like that, and she's saying no, stop, and he's like, well, she's did this before. I didn't know if it was the girl crying wolf. Well, how you think this would have played out? Like, come on, man. It doesn't matter. If he said he couldn't breathe, okay, well then let him out, even if he was bullshitting. Let the man out.
Again, my plan.
But nowhere in there is he laughing, is he joking. He is begging. And you're the only one laughing.
Okay.
And you're the only one saying derogatory comments. Like you're mad.
No. Please
She said
don't.
only once. She said only once, but then she also proceeded to say, you know what I mean, that he's done this before. That's why the detective asked her, like, so, you know what I mean? Basically, he been in a suitcase more than once? No, only once. Well, then this ain't the same situation. And how many times has he been in a situation where he's had to tell you that he can't breathe? See, now I'm getting pissed off.
I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but like it's like you guys are kind of trying to like feed me. Like,
No, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because
Now,
you probably don't want to know
let
that
me
outcome.
stop it one more time. Does that not sound like Daryl Brooks right there? It sounds like you guys are trying to feed me. What did Daryl Brooks say? It seemed like you guys are trying to jam me up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Tell me everything that she's hitting. We didn't hear this shit in the Daryl Brooks case from the other side, from the male point of view. Same shit.
Outcome of how and what you said.
well, I know what.
You know what's on that video now?
No.
You remember making that video?
Even the intentional
No.
part.
Why don't you remember making the video?
Probably because we had been drinking.
But you
Yeah,
weren't
that's what
drunk.
it said, trying to spin me.
Just because I went upstairs and just
You
because
told
you're
us-
drunk doesn't mean
told us
that you.
times that you were not drunk. You said that you had your wits about you.
Yep. Look, let's
Making
go
the
back.
video.
Remember,
Probably
she said
because
she didn't get drunk. They weren't drunk. It wasn't because they were drunk. She doesn't like to drink too much because she likes to have her wits about her. Now listen,
Drinking.
But you weren't drunk.
she blamed it all on we were drinking.
I mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but like it's like you guys are kind of trying to like feed me. Like,
No, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
well, I know what.
You know what's on that video now?
No.
You remember making that video?
Oh,
Why don't you remember making the video?
probably because we had been drinking.
But you weren't drunk.
Facts.
Just because I went upstairs and just
You
because
told
you're
us-
drunk doesn't mean that
You
you.
told us times that you were not drunk. You said that you had your wits about you. You said he had his wits about you. You
Facts.
said that you don't like not having your wits. In my experience, if somebody cannot remember doing something to the extent of making 2 videos and taking a photo, they are intoxicated.
Very.
I understand where you all are coming from.
Well,
I
we're
get
just
it.
trying to make sense of it. We're trying to
get it.
figure
Right,
out what
we're trying
you're
to
saying.
figure out this
You
video.
explain it to us. We're listening.
I just did. Like, we were playing, and then, like, I thought it was. My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep. My plan was not to. He'll be up here any minute.
But
But
you
again-
willingly went upstairs and went to sleep. No one forced you to go upstairs and get
My
ready
plan
for
wasn't
bed.
also to leave him in the suitcase,
So why didn't you take him out?
because I went upstairs, and then I fell asleep.
But why didn't you consciously think he's asking to come out? He
I
can't
didn't do it
breathe.
intentionally.
What do you think is going to happen?
I didn't
if
do
you
it
leave somebody
intentionally.
in a confined space like that?
Well, I thought by not zipping it up all the way, it would be okay. My plan was not to leave him in the
And what was
suitcase,
your plan?
waiting for him to come upstairs.
And then when he did it?
This is a straight A student, y'all.
I fell asleep.
You said you were up there 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, somebody not coming up.
I
Knowing that the last time you saw him was in the suitcase, 30 minutes later, you're like, maybe I should go check on him. Maybe I shouldn't.
No.
Well, that didn't cross your mind because
That's
it
like
didn't happen.
that's like an assumption. Like, that's what you all are thinking. Just,
We're asking.
it's the
You
whole,
tell us.
No, this is what you're telling us.
it's the drinking. That's what it is. It's the drinking.
Okay, now I was drunk.
I thought it was like, I thought he was okay. Like, I didn't, that, you
He's
all.
telling you he's not. He's telling you, Sarah, I can't breathe. He's saying your name, and you're like, that's my name, don't wear it out.
Look, she really gets irritated whenever the guy says something. That's crazy. Like, woman, you are showing exactly who you are.
Guys, that's how we are with each other. Like, nobody understands our relationship. This whole suitcase thing.
It was zipped up all the way, but she's trying to claim that it wasn't. That it was open just enough for him to be able to get himself out. Yet you upstairs for 30 minutes, and he doesn't come up there. He's still downstairs stuck in a suitcase. If you were gonna go upstairs anyway, why even leave him like that? If the game and the play is all over, I thought we was playing hide and go seek. And you know he's in the suitcase. There's video that you know he's in the suitcase. So boom, I found you. Let me zip it. Let me unzip it and tag you, which it still doesn't make sense for him to be in a suitcase to be able to zip it up like that and you flip it all around if you guys were playing hide and go seek. Hide and go seek. It's in the name. Hide and I will seek. Like, come on, lady.
Never happened before.
Would you leave someone else in a suitcase? Would you leave Lucas in a suitcase jokingly? Because it was a
No.
joking matter. You put him in there jokingly. Would you leave Lucas jokingly in there? And you love Lucas, right? And you love
I wouldn't do
George.
that to him either. I wouldn't do that to him.
So.
Now, how did it happen?
Well, it's not like, again, I don't think you all understand. Like, it's not that was not my intention.
Well,
Y'all don't have any idea what
by
I've
your
done
acts,
for
though.
him.
But by your acts, and that's exactly right. You get to the point where you've done so much for somebody and they don't show
No.
you any appreciation.
He did.
Not by your words in the video. I don't get that.
He did.
Because you bring up the fact that when he's choking you, you can't breathe. That's how you felt when he cheated on you. You couldn't breathe. And you verbally several times told him
cheated on
just
me.
fuck you.
Well, you said it in the video.
See, now I'm convinced this was an abusive relationship on both parts. It was a domestic violence type of relationship. Not one person was overbearing with the abuse of the other. You know, some relationships they fight. It's not one abusing the other. They fight. That's their relationship.
You won't let us play the rest of it 'cause you don't
And
want to.
When I
told
say
him-
cheating, it's on his phone.
Okay. Cheating is cheating.
I
And if
think
you
so
cheat-
too.
Exactly.
It's your definition of cheating, though. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's what the word cheat means.
And that's what you told him in the video. That I couldn't breathe when you cheated on me.
No.
That's how I felt when he said, Sarah, I can't breathe. And you told him,
I don't
fuck
know
you.
what you. This is.
What would you
life-changing
say
to
if somebody told you that they had done this?
Done what?
Zipped somebody in a suitcase and went up and went to bed.
Do you all not think? So you all think that it's like, oh, good, I got him in there. Now I'm gonna go to sleep. Is that what you guys are trying
That's
to
what it looks
assume?
like.
Or trying to like?
We're just the video is very portraying of the opposite of what you told us.
No.
It does not. It is not leading up. It is not matching what statement you gave us in the car.
So.
And that's why we want to know.
And
the
I don't remember
injuries.
doing those.
The injuries are not consistent with what you've told us. So we have a lot of inconsistencies, and this video explains itself. It really, truly does.
You don't think that I have thought about that?
Thought about the video, or thought about...
But no, again, if you don't mind, please. So you all are assuming that it's like, oh, good, I got him in there, now I'm going to go to sleep? Is that what you all are assuming?
Well, it's not an assumption when that's what you told us that happened.
That's what happened.
And the video,
Oh, she's definitely a train wreck.
I mean,
But I'm not going to say
you thought he could
Those
get out
are-
on his
yes.
own. But the video shows that he cannot get out on his own.
But when I unzipped it with one finger.
From the outside.
But it had the hole in it.
And you're
Doesn't
claiming
matter
that
if he
it had a
couldn't reach the
paper clip,
zipper.
so that's what
Crazy
assisted
bitch.
you in doing it.
No.
Is what you told us.
Excuse my
When I had my
language, ladies.
sweatshirt, I said I thought it had a paper clip on it. It's got,
But the zipper part is broken. That
yes,
helps
which is
you
why we were
with
going to
it.
zip it.
Yeah.
I just,
You were able to unzip it from the outside very easily, because that's the way they're designed.
but you could on the inside too.
How do you know? How do you know you could do it on the inside if you ain't been in there? Now, that don't make no sense, does it?
I don't know how.
Well, why wouldn't he have gotten himself out if he could? He was
I don't
asking-
know.
he was
Like, I don't
begging,
know if you
asking.
saw, like, where the hole was. I don't
I
know.
didn't see a hole.
Oh, you
No,
don't
I
know if
didn't
you
see
seen
the
where the
hole.
hole
Really
was? You didn't tell him where the hole was? You didn't say, hey, look, the hole's right here. You can get yourself out. You didn't do none of that? Because she just said, I don't know if he knew where the hole was. Well, even being that, well, then you should have let him the fuck out of there. I'm totally messing up my monetization with all my language, but this bitch kills me. Like if I don't even put my hands on women. Like my woman that I've been with for decades, she'll tell you I've never raised a hand to her in my life, in our whole relationship. But this woman right here, I just want maybe it's the drink talking, you know what I'm saying? Cause shit, I don't have my wits about me right now. You know, you feel what I'm saying? But this lady make me want to snatch, like hair snatch her. Like I don't even want to beat her. I just want to snatch her around a few times.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's in one position, and where his head would be, we should be able to see fingers. And then when it's flipped over onto this right side, again, his head is closer to us facing the video, so we should be able to see fingers, and we don't see anything. We see no movement of him trying to unzip it or physically unzipping it. All we see is pushing up, trying to push out of it.
Please do not assume.
I'm not assuming. I haven't assumed anything.
Don't tell me that, dog, Mom. She put her son in a suitcase. Whoever Lucas' father is, he needs to file for full custody. Well, I mean, she ain't getting out of jail, so he gets full custody granted regardless. But had this not happened, that child was in danger. And they should bring her ass up on charges for that too, as far as child abuse and child neglect.
I follow evidence.
But my intention was not, again, oh good, I got him in there, now I'm just going to go to sleep.
What do you think someone that knows nothing about this or hears just a little bit like, oh, they were playing around in a suitcase
She's been drinking
and then watches
probably
that
went
video?
to sleep. That's what happened.
But you let him out before. I mean, you put him in, so why didn't you take him out?
Because I was upstairs and I fell asleep.
No, before you went upstairs. You like consciously had to walk upstairs. You obviously remember going to bed because you were able to give me a time frame on that.
That would be somewhat proven intent. Just like you can't call self-defense if I'm getting my ass beat and now the fight is over and I walk upstairs to go get a gun and come back down to shoot somebody. That's not self-defense. That's murder. It's the same shit. You had enough time to walk your ass upstairs, wait for 30 minutes before you even fell asleep, and still didn't let him out of that suitcase. That's intent, lady. But you're the straight A student, right?
Specifically told me that you went upstairs.
My intention is not for this to happen. I am sick about it.
Seems pretty intentional to me.
I've never done anything like this before in the past. I am sick. Especially with that. I thought I couldn't sleep last night. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. You tell us last night, you vividly remember this when you told us last night, that he was laughing, you were laughing, you put him in the suitcase, he has two fingers sticking out, and you go to bed. Now we see something totally different, and it actually shows you upset and, again, using derogatory terms to him when he's begging for his life to get out of that suitcase.
So
what,
but my thing
you
is
say
that
we're assuming, we're not assuming,
but
we're
the
telling
fingers,
you what's on there.
so it just happened to be that
Facts,
whenever I was
Mom.
videotaping or doing whatever else it was, just happened to not have that in it.
Okay. And you also, in the video, you can't see any holes. There's nowhere in that where the zipper separates and you can see a hole. If there's a hole, he's pushing on it, begging you to get out.
It would open up.
We should probably see that hole that
He
you're
eventually
talking
would have
about.
been able to get out.
Huh.
Alcohol.
Based off what you're telling us, he should have been
Yes.
able to get out.
Look, if you zip a zipper all the way up, it kind of locks on the big pieces. Not necessarily locked, but it kind of stays in place. If it's down more where the teeth are for the zipper, like just like with a jacket. You know what I mean? Like if you like press your arms out, say you put your arms inside, take them out of your sleeves and put them inside the jacket like you're trying to stay warm, and you kind of like push outward, the zipper will open. It will start to open. But if you zip it all the way up, those big bars that are at the top and the bottom, those kind of lock in place a little bit. Not fully, but they do. So if you left it open enough for two fingers to fit in it, when he's pushing on it, eventually, whether it was getting stuck or not, it would either jump off the teeth and open up enough for him to slide out the hole because he could pull the teeth apart or whatever, or it would, or the zipper piece would slide open. But if he's inside of a suitcase There is no room for error right there. There is no room to get enough strength to really push anything. So I know they're saying he's pushing, trying to push out of the suitcase, but all I can really see is him curled up, trying to kind of like bulge up to try to open it. That's not enough force.
But the video shows him attempting to get out, begging to get out, and he can't. So that's just what we're trying to figure out. I don't know if maybe you had too much to drink, you zipped it up all the way, and then,
I did not zip it up all the way.
Okay, well.
I did not zip it up all the way. This is horrific, okay?
Quite facts.
Horrific.
It is terrible.
Yeah, so they
Horrific. I don't think I'll ever be right because of this. Ever be right. Dealing with everything else that I have in my life, personally. And then this,
Okay.
whom I loved, it was not intentional. I will put my hand on the Bible. It was not intentional.
Plenty of people put
I
their
would
hand
not
on the
do that
Bible
to
and lie.
him, nor anyone else.
But you did.
Not intentional.
You intentionally went up to bed.
I didn't intentionally
left
go to
him.
bed because I'm thinking, okay,
Hold
good,
on,
he can
hold
get
on.
out.
How did you not intentionally go to bed? You said you went upstairs and got into bed. That's intentionally going to bed.
Waiting for him.
And he
It's
doesn't
still
come, but you don't go
intentional.
down to check on him.
So I happen to go to sleep. When I say go to sleep,
And what do you
Goes
normally
off
do when you
whatever
go to
you're
bed?
gonna do.
What do you normally do when you go to bed?
what do you mean?
What is a bed for? Going to sleep.
Right.
So you go to
But
bed to
obviously
do
you
what?
can tell too that, like, I've
You
been
go to
drinking
bed
also.
to do what? Okay. You kept telling us, hey, I wasn't intoxicated. I wasn't this. I wasn't that.
Being drunk and intoxicated, which, yes,
Okay.
you can tell that I had been drinking, but
Okay. So if you weren't intoxicated, then why would you ever leave somebody in a suitcase that's begging to get out, that's telling you they can't breathe?
if I hadn't been drinking, you still think it would be the same thing? Where it's like, hop in, I'm going to go to sleep. Is that what you...
That does not help you, lady. If I hadn't been drinking, you think it would have been the same thing? Even if you were drinking, well, then you were drinking irresponsibly to the point where you intentionally went to bed and committed murder. No matter which way you shake it, you're washed.
all are trying to do to portray me
We're not trying
as?
to do anything. I'm simply asking you to explain to me what happened.
She left him in
Everything
a suitcase
was fine
waiting for
and
him to
dandy.
come to bed. That's crazy.
I wouldn't call
Everything.
it fine and dandy.
Was fine and dandy.
Explain
You
to
all
me how.
don't, okay, for me to tell you this,
Fine and
again,
dandy.
mind you, I've been without him for a day now.
Mhm.
I don't know, I mean, I don't know what you all want me to tell you, because this was not in any way, shape, or form, hand on the Bible, intentional.
Okay. So you just
I
left him there
didn't
to
kill
teach
him.
You left him there to teach him a
That's on
lesson?
you.
I didn't mean to leave him there. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You got up and walked away. How is that not intentionally leaving him there?
Because I'm looking at the hole, knowing that it's there. He'll get out no problem.
Reel around.
Because you
And
don't.
then he doesn't,
but
but you don't go check on him.
Alright, that's that.
You say you're up for 30 minutes, and he doesn't come up. You don't go down and check on him?
I'm in the bed.
You even moved.
And dozed
I mean,
off.
You admit to moving the suitcase like over. So
You roll it.
You roll it over. Like it's not like
I didn't want him to be like that. Don't.
you didn't want him to be upside down. How do you even get upside down?
Right.
Fuck you.
You guys are killing me right now.
I just want you to
Probably
hear.
shut the fuck up.
That's how he talks to me most of the time. I don't know how you want me to say it.
I'm just trying to figure out what you would expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a suitcase.
I didn't mean to leave him in there.
Okay.
What's your reasoning for not calling 911 sooner?
Because I didn't know what to do and how horrific it was. I called Ryan, and 5 minutes later I called you guys? Not even 5 minutes. nonetheless, that I had to like I was trying to do CPR. I had to get him out and try to do CPR and then called you guys. And then was continually doing CPR with the dispatch on the phone, where he had me count out loud to help me focus on what I was doing.
It just, I don't know how, I mean, you can sit here all day long and say, I thought he was going to get himself out, but he didn't, and you went upstairs, and you stayed there for 30 minutes before you fell asleep.
But can I say, too, like...
You chose not to ever, at any point during that 30 minutes, walk back down and check on him.
No, wait 1 second. Because I know, like, with you all, and then, like, because you continually ask me, like, time frames, where I told you, like, I don't bother even looking at the clock most of the time. So it's, like, a guesstimate. So for all I know, maybe it was 10 minutes.
Okay. But the point is, you left the living room where he was begging for help and went upstairs. Regardless of how long you were there, you left. You say,
I thought he was the boy calling wolf. Again.
Okay.
So when he asked to be let out, like, what's your reasoning for not letting him out?
She does not like him talking to her.
I was upstairs?
No, when he's asking on the
Same
video.
way Daryl didn't like women
times.
talking to him.
He asked to be let out. I can't breathe. What? Like, why didn't you?
Hence why they brought a woman detective to this case. Got her.
Let him out.
Well, number one, I had no idea it was going to end like that.
Bro, because they wasn't playing hide and go seek. She clocked this fool in the head with something, folded his ass up, put him in the damn suitcase. He comes to in the suitcase. That's what I believe.
Right. Number two, just, you know what? I'll give you 5 minutes or so in there. They'll give you 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes for what?
Well, based off the video, one
restriction?
video's at
Look how
11:12
she looked at
and
him.
the
She
next
didn't want to
one's
answer that
at
look.
11:23.
They'll give you 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes for what?
Well, based off the video,
Did you see
one
the look?
video's at 11:12 and the next one's at 11:23. So you actually gave him at least 11 minutes per video recording. So my thing is, when it stopped, he asked multiple times. I mean, why? Why did you not let him out? It's just a simple question.
To be honest with you, I mean...
Don't
Were you
know.
punishing him?
No. Just...
Well, that's what you're saying in the video.
This is what you got. This is
Yep.
what you make me feel like.
See, and then it's all backfired on me. Like, it's all backfired on me. And I understand the severity of this.
Yeah, he's dead.
It's awful, I know.
Okay.
It's awful.
She be snapping at him.
And I will tell you both this right now, too. I will never drink alcohol again.
Oh, we know that.
Like, I will never drink alcohol again. I don't care what it is in any way, shape, or form.
Look, by her even saying that, this woman really thinks she's going home. She really think that no consequences is coming to her for this. She's saying, I will never drink alcohol again. Well, I mean, we know that. Unless one of them girls up in there where you're going make some Pruno or something, which is jailhouse liquor for those that don't know. You know, you use bread for the molasses and stuff like that, and you use citrus type fruit and stuff, pineapples, you know, oranges and stuff, whatever you get on your tray or whatever they bring you. Most of the times it's oranges because they'll deliver oranges to you at the pod, so you can have those. And you put it inside of a bottle or a bag. You bring bread, maybe a little sugar or something like that, and you let it you know what I mean, you let it ferment, like you let it cook up for a few days or whatever through the acid and stuff, and it'll turn into what you would call a drink. You drain it through something, maybe a sock, maybe a shirt, you know what I'm saying, so the fruit don't get in and you just drain out the juices. You got prison-made alcohol called Pruno.
But let's get back to this. What was the reason for leaving him when he's begging to be let out? I don't understand that.
What I have a feeling was, and again, it's the whole time frame thing. You all.
I'm not asking you a time frame. I don't care about a time frame. He's
So,
in the bag saying, my God.
And you say, fuck you. So, like, for, like, the whole few minutes that he was in there, like,
Minimum 11, but yes, go ahead. It's a few. 11, minimum.
For one video.
Well, in between the two videos, it's
Between the
11
two
minutes.
videos? Okay.
Yeah.
so what was the question again?
When he's begging for his life, telling you he can't breathe, let me out, and you say, fuck you, why don't you just let him out? What are you trying to prove to him?
Yeah, why didn't you just let him out?
There was obviously something in your head that you were thinking of when he was asking to be let out, and you're like, no,
Again, it's the boy calling wolf.
Okay, but
D.
where does
Sizzle was
this
having-
game end? You say this is a game, you got somebody in
Obviously,
there.
like, the wrong way.
So what was your intention for leaving him in there?
And it's not fair. It is not fair. You guys are trying to, again, he's in there. Night, night.
That's what happened.
Look, she can't even explain it.
No.
That's absolutely what happened.
Intentionally.
How's it not? You got up off the couch, walked up.
Look, if she had a blunt object she can hit him with, she would right now. Because this woman has an issue with men. That's clear as day. Because he can't even get a word in edgewise without her yelling and screaming and giving him crazy looks, getting irritated with him. It's crazy.
Flight of stairs and got in your bed.
Thinking he was going to get out.
And he didn't. And you still didn't go down and check
And it's
on
the
him.
whole 30-minute thing that you guys are trying
I
to
don't
do.
care about 30
whatever.
minutes.
Well, moonshine is actually a real thing. You know what I mean? Like, in a way, they would call it moonshine in certain places by calling it hooch. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, you know, people used to run hooch and all that type of stuff, which was moonshine. But shit, Pruno don't have nothing on no moonshine. Like, moonshine, shit, that shit'll start your car up, shit.
It's like, for all I know, it's 10 minutes.
Real moonshine, that is.
He's begging for his life, telling you he can't breathe.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't. I didn't intentionally mean for this to happen.
But you
Then what
can't
did you
tell us
intend?
why you left him in there and went upstairs. That's my only issue. Like, what am I supposed to write? What do I write?
So my thing is, though, it's what I have a feeling is I went upstairs and just hit the bed kind of thing. But, again, I'm thinking...
But how do you
He'll be
go
up
to
here in a
bed
minute.
like that, especially if your significant other is down? I wouldn't care drunk or not, high or not. Why would you even leave the room? I'm gonna just leave them in there and I'm gonna go do what I do. You're showing you're showing nothing but intent.
But then
And you
Go
thought you
out.
could talk your way
So
out of
my
it.
question is, why didn't you just let him out prior to going up?
I don't know why.
He's begging to be let out. He's not laughing. He's not having fun.
Guys, I know. I don't
this
know.
was supposed to be fun. You were laughing before. Before you said he was laughing, you were laughing. You went upstairs. He had his fingers out of the bag and he was playing. Well, obviously that's not the case.
So are you guys... So what is it you're trying to, like...
We're just trying to figure out why.
Trying to get you to tell
Why?
the truth.
What?
Why?
What was
why,
the motivation for leaving him in the bag?
Why he was left in the bag? Why the video?
I didn't have any motivation. It was he and I having a great day, fooling around and being stupid, and apparently me going upstairs and hitting the bed, not going to sleep, where it's like, I'm tired now, I'm going to go to sleep.
That's excluding, it's a good analogy for the day, excluding the fact that he's got a bump on the back of his head, a bump on the front of his head, and his lip is busted, and he has a
Oh my
bump on his eye.
I don't know what you all want me to tell you. Like, this is not fair at all,
Yes.
that you all are assuming that that's from me.
Where else did it come
If
from?
you were, say it's opposite, you were in the
This
suitcase
is crazy,
and you're
man.
asking to be let out, would you hope that that person would let you out? Like, you're asking to be let out of a suitcase, should they not let you out?
Eventually. I'm guessing. I mean, I'm blaming it on the wine.
Blaming it on the wine.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame it on the alcohol.
So
It's
you
not
guys
my
are
fault,
like
it's the alcohol
assuming
fault.
that.
You keep saying we're assuming, or we haven't
We're
assumed
asking you
anything.
questions.
But you guys are assuming that that's what I did.
No, by what
Like, this is
the facts of what happened. We got there. You said you pulled him out of a suitcase. You said you went up. You went to bed.
She definitely
We're not
doesn't
assuming
know
that.
what it
These
means.
are the facts that you're telling us.
But
Now
what
we're
you said
asking
is
you
like,
to
oh, I'm
explain them.
tired. Oh, I'm tired.
Well, that's what you told me on a sworn recorded statement yesterday. Because when I said, oh, you went upstairs and passed out, you were like, no, I did not pass out. You got attitude with me because you were you
Yep.
thought I was assuming that you were drunk. So that's an assumption. That was an assumption when I said
Yeah.
you passed out. And guess what? You corrected me.
You were very adamant about the fact that both of you had your wits about you. What's your favorite word to use?
Compass mentis.
Now all of a sudden you were drunk
You've used
though.
it today too, to say that you guys were within your wits. There's two empty bottles of wine.
No, but we didn't drink both of them.
I think you did.
We didn't.
There's receipts for the
They were
statement
both
back there.
purchased yesterday, so I don't know how you didn't, because they weren't there the day before.
The one
There's two
was.
Publix receipts from yesterday.
Mhm.
Only thing purchased on either one was a single bottle of wine, 2 of them. So we have each bottle of wine that was empty in your garbage can that you purchased yesterday, or he
With the receipts that have the date of purchase. Boom. It's you stupid.
purchased, but you two would have consumed together.
Okay, well, I
mean, there's receipts, so it's not even worth the going back.
So this is. So I don't know what you guys are. I don't know.
In other
we were
words,
just hoping that we
you
could
should
figure
just
out
shut
why
up.
You,
What was the motivation?
There was no motivation.
well,
Well, we're watching a video that, after talking to you, everything was laughing and fun. Now we're watching a video where it's not laughing and fun. He's begging for his life, and you are in a very angry voice telling him to fuck off.
No.
Yes,
Not-
that's absolutely what it was. It's not an assumption. The video's there. We played it for you.
So you guys think that I intentionally?
You did.
It
You got up
doesn't matter
off
what
the couch
it doesn't
and
matter
walked
what
up
we
the couch,
think.
or walked up the stairs and got into bed. That was
This
intent-
almost feel like how, like with her keep saying you assuming and this is what you guys think and stuff like that. It almost feel like when Darrow is like, what am I being charged with? You know what I'm saying?
intentional.
Over and over, spinning circles.
There's no way getting around that. You intentionally did that. Nobody drug you up there. You didn't float up damn stairs.
Okay, well, it's not fair. It's not fair that you guys keep trying to say that that's what I did.
I don't know what to tell you.
You told us that. You didn't go upstairs?
Again, there was a hole in a suitcase. I unzipped it from the hole with one finger,
Well, the damn hole didn't do him no good, did it?
but he could push it open.
No, he
Did he?
couldn't.
She gonna mess around and she gonna mess around and represent herself. She can't she can't keep a lawyer. But I am surprised she isn't representing herself, and I hope she does, because that's gonna be some good content. Go on and give it to us. Go on and give it to us and let all of us eat off of that.
The video
No.
shows him pushing up.
And
If he could push it open, why wouldn't he have gotten out himself? Why would he beg you to open it?
I tell
Okay.
you he can't breathe.
Okay.
If someone
I-
can do something for themselves, they're going to do it. They don't need assistance unless they need assistance.
So, but why would he start doing it?
Because he couldn't, because it was all the way zipped.
Okay.
Didn't see it.
It wasn't. I intentionally didn't do it. That I intentionally did not do.
What's that? You didn't intentionally do what?
Zip it all the way. He nor I
Well, he's dead as a result
laid
of your
hands
action.
on each other.
He is dead as a result of
I
your
understand
action.
that.
So,
That's why
You
this.
two didn't lay hands on each other.
No,
Nobody said nothing
No.
about that at this point.
I don't have anything.
You're right.
He doesn't. Whatever that is.
You don't have anything. Of course you don't. But he does. This is the police, forensics teams and all that. That can tell what happened. That can tell he was hit with something. You get what I'm saying? Like, you right, Dog Mom. Dog Mom says, as smart as she thinks she is, I'm surprised she's not representing herself. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Whatever it
He
is.
does.
See, this is what happens. It's not fair. that you guys, just because he has those, automatically blame it on me. Like,
Well,
Where
what
else
about
are you
when
gonna go?
you had your injuries and he gets arrested? Is that not fair?
really? Like,
It's
really?
the exact
Yeah.
same thing.
Really?
He has injuries. You have injuries. Like, what does that mean?
I don't have any injuries.
Correct.
Because
So
he
nothing
and I
happened to
have
you.
not been at it with one another.
So every time that you guys fight, you both hit each other? So you should have probably
No.
gone to jail all those times that he went to jail
No.
for domestic?
Well, the one time I
Sweet
did.
TV, what's up, bro?
But he completely trashed the police report. Because that's nothing what happened. Because the reason why I got taken in was because my story was different than his. So I'm being
What?
portrayed as like this abuser.
We're not saying that he doesn't abuse you.
Absolutely.
We're not saying.
So I'm the one that's being portrayed as the abuser.
Because he
I have never dealt with anything like this before. I don't know what to do, how to do it. And I always know what to do and how to do it.
Boom, she did it
This,
again.
I don't know. So I don't know, like, what's going on or, like,
She always knows what to do and how to do it. Thinks highly of herself, narcissistic. Another time when she's proving exactly who she is. Like, lady, you don't get that? Well, most narcissists don't, so.
We are simply trying to find out as well. Again, we got one side of the story. You're telling us, we're going with what you're saying, but then we find stuff that negates what you're telling us.
and I don't even remember doing that.
Okay. You're telling us that we're assuming stuff, but what we're simply doing is telling you what we saw in the video and
I
repeating what
understand.
you told us.
I understand. Because I don't remember that.
Okay? Doesn't mean it didn't happen just because you don't remember it.
So is the texting thing something about me? Like, what's...
The what? Texting? Oh, no, I'm texting.
No,
You guys are scaring me, so, like, I don't know, like, what to expect. I mean, I had questions of things that need to be taken care of. Like, I don't...
What are your questions?
I have one last question. You realize you're the person that killed him, right?
I thought about that.
Okay, you left him in a bag when he's begging you, saying, I can't breathe,
That's a
let
fact,
me out,
OBS.
and you said, fuck
She
you.
is used to lying her way out of situations. You know what I mean? I don't know if you watched the Daryl Brooks stuff, but Daryl Brooks was the same way. He was used to lying his way out of situations. And people enabled him to believe that he was good at doing that, was good and slick at the tongue, the same way she thinks she is. You know what I'm saying? One of the things is she thinks by playing victim and playing herself up like this high-class citizen is going to get her off. Nah, baby, you're gone. It's a wrap.
And you got up off the couch and went upstairs and left him in that bag.
Not intentionally.
Again,
I would never do that to George.
you did.
Not
It happened.
intentionally. Know that.
I don't.
Know that.
Showing who she is.
You got up and you went up to bed.
Alcohol is a shitty thing. It's alcohol.
So
Not, again...
the reason that you killed him?
It's crazy how when you
Wrong.
break out evidence on people, they story change. Look, sit your ass down.
Listen to me.
Lisa's in
You
bed.
all, listen. I did not
Okay, observant. I figured you watched it.
intentionally kill him.
So your intention...
I don't know what it is I need to
punish
do
him?
or how to do it or what to say or how to say it.
I've been on his
But
ass
what was
too.
your intention?
Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
I've been on
Everything that I've done.
Daryl Brooks' head too, as well as I'm just now getting on Sarah Boone's head, and I've been watching a lot more of that Fonnie Willis case, and man, shit just keep coming out. I'm telling you, we about to get on her head as well.
For George and love him and continuously helped him throughout his life with me and made him a happier, better person.
And everybody has their limits.
Everyone knows that.
Everybody has their limits.
So it's like, okay, so while we're in a good place right now, I'm going to snap? Is that what it, while we're in a good place right now?
You did.
Yes. Absolutely. I got you on video screaming, fuck you.
Facts,
This is
dog.
what it feels like when you're choking me. This is what it feels like.
Which was however long ago.
You said.
The videos was from last night.
Clearly,
So it wasn't that,
inside you.
yeah.
there's still feelings towards it. You wouldn't say it if you didn't feel
Crazy
it.
shit is crazy shit is she's the one who called the cops. You know what I mean? Like she had her story together, called the cops about the whole situation.
But I would never do that.
But it happened, and you did.
But you
But
did
that's
it.
after being playful
But no one's
and
laughing.
having a good day.
No one's laughing except you.
I would
Everybody's
hate to see
having
a
a good
bad
day. Oh, I'm sorry?
I would hate to see a bad day.
Y'all are making me out to be a
You
person
make
that I'm
yourself
not.
out to be a person.
Nor
this
have,
person.
or will I ever be.
Or are you a different person when you're drunk?
People have different personalities after they consume alcohol.
It depends. Well,
Because you're sober now, so
Yeah.
sober you.
Nice
But what
person,
about drunk
easy
you?
going.
not, it's both of us. It's both of us. And it's not fair that you all are assuming that the marks that he has on him are from me.
We asked you where they came from.
I have no idea.
Well, nobody else was there, so nobody else was
I have no idea. I swear I did not lay a hand on him.
Okay. You just zipped them in the bag.
Nor he.
You just zipped them in the bag. And then you flipped the bag around several times.
I didn't do that intentionally.
You didn't intentionally flip the bag around?
I didn't
No,
do that
why would I do
intentionally.
that?
Well, you
Good
told us
question,
you
you
did it.
did.
When he was up,
You even told them that you flipped it. Then you say, why would I do that? Nigga, it's on the video.
upside down.
Right.
Well, you had to put them upside down.
You can't get in a suitcase upside down
Yeah.
because the
Oh my
What,
gosh.
you put the
See,
stuff
and that's
in
the
where his
unfortunate.
body was?
That's the unfortunate
Was
thing
upside
too, is
down.
nobody else was there. That's the
We have a
unfortunate
video
thing.
showing the suitcase in several different positions. So it shows, one, like she just said, it had to been on its back with the lid open for him to get in there, for you to zip it up. Then it shows it on the other side with him in it, so you had to flip it to there. Then there's another video where it's on its back again, so you had to flip it to
I'm
there.
leaving it like this, please. I'm leaving it like this. I did not intentionally do this. No malicious content or effort was towards this. No malicious.
I would
I'm
say,
the point of
does
the
that
video.
help you sleep? But
I'm
you're
like,
not
bitch,
sleeping.
get out my
so.
face.
Last night, I
This
maybe
right
got
there.
an hour.
Right.
In your voice, you can hear the maliciousness. The fuck you is very, very...
You don't talk to people
Obvious.
like that. That's not like a common like,
Nope.
hey Scott, fuck you. That's not common. It's not something people do. And no one that sees that is gonna think that.
Okay.
So we were trying to give you an opportunity, and it is what it is.
There's no maliciousness towards
Okay.
that.
So I would probably be telling myself that too after that video.
My intent was not for that to happen.
But you went upstairs and went to bed. Or maybe you passed out, I don't know. Whichever.
Waiting for him.
This lady is getting frustrated because she can't control them. It's crazy how you see people that be like this. Like leaning forward, smacking your hand. This was not intentional. Like trying to force it in her head. You can say it until you blue in the face. But if there's nothing there that you're explaining that makes them think otherwise, just saying the same thing over and over, that's not gonna work. That's like a child. And I understand that us as adults and stuff, you know, mentally, you know what I'm saying, we never really leave our childhood, like that age of 15 basically. You know what I mean? We might get smarter and all that, but our playful side, all that type of stuff is still that inner child. But this lady, it don't seem like she grew up at all. She just happened to age.
And the whole time frame thing, it's like,
Regardless.
that's not really fair.
Yeah, my bad, Kathy. For 7 years, like most of the people that been with me, they know I've always been late night dice. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the late night content creators.
Regardless, waiting for him. It's not like you walked up the stairs. You can't fly up the stairs. No one can take you up the stairs.
Okay.
You go up the stairs, you lay in the bed, and you wait for him. Who cares if it's 5 minutes? Who cares if it's 30 freaking seconds? He's begging for his life. He's begging to get out. You go upstairs.
You leave them.
It doesn't matter. So get the time frame out of your mind. It
This
doesn't
whole
matter.
thing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there's this. So it doesn't matter anything what it is I say. So it makes no difference whatsoever.
It's just you're lying, and like you're now changing
Who's
your
lying
story.
about what?
You're now.
Oh, you're definitely lying. And the messed up thing is you're one of them people that don't listen to understand. You only listen to respond. And it's sad that there's so many people like that in this world, especially on social media. That's why you guys hear people arguing and can't have the conversation and always beefing and stuff, because people usually tend to listen to respond instead of listening to understand and comprehend.
Now you were drunk.
Oh, I never said that I was drunk.
Exactly, but you did here today. That's okay.
You said earlier.
Everything recorded.
Alcohol.
You blamed
You said
it
it
on
was the alcohol.
You blamed it on the alcohol. Alcohol does a lot to people.
Yes, but I never said I was drunk.
Okay.
Well, if you're not
So you
drunk,
did this sober.
like, come on, that don't make sense.
You knowingly left him down there sober.
I have already told both of you also that we were both drinking.
Right.
I never said that I was drunk. Dude says, okay, so you left him down there sober. Well, I've already told both of you guys that I was drinking, so where's the in between? What do we call that? Are you trying to differentiate? I can't even say it. I've been drinking. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. You know what I mean? But are you trying to make it a difference between intoxicated and drunk? Same shit. Same shit. And if you weren't drunk, then you would have your wits about you, right? So that would mean that you were sober when you did this. You may have had a few drinks, but how can the drink make you do something or make you forget something if you're not drunk? Come on, straight A student. Come on now. I'm pulling for you here.
But you want to admit that you were drunk? Is that?
I'm telling you all both. This has changed my life. I will take this. I don't know.
Yeah. That's a true statement.
Absolutely. But you're trying to dance around the fact that
So,
you
but what
did
are you?
leave him
Okay,
there.
just.
You left him in there. You're trying to
Oh my
dance around the
gosh,
fact
this
that
is-
you left him in there.
This is not.
You didn't leave him in there?
It's not cool. Like, this is not cool.
It's not cool.
That it's.
He's dead. It's
But
not
you
cool.
think that I did that intentionally. You think that I did that intentionally.
You intentionally left him in there and left the room. You went upstairs to a different room.
You intentionally did that.
You did.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking he's going to get out.
Okay, and he didn't.
Obviously not.
When somebody's begging, saying, I
But
can't
when you
breathe.
say that, though, but you have to, y'all
Please let me out. I can't
y'all
breathe.
don't know George, though. Like, that, again, I thought it was the boy crying wolf. So it's just like, what?
Oh, so if your son was in there and said, I can't breathe, are you going to open it, or is he 9, so he's not,
Really?
it's not a big deal? I'm just valid question.
Oh, you
Right.
said you would never put your son in a suitcase. You would only put George in there.
No, George got in a suitcase.
And you
Well.
zipped it up.
Not all the way and not intentionally to leave him there.
But that's what happened. You keep going away from it.
I don't know.
That's exactly what happened. You went up to bed, woke up the next day.
Are you all trying to have me admit that? Like, are you trying to have me admit that? Because I will never admit it because it's not true. It's not true.
I'm basically stating as a fact because that's what happened.
Okay.
You videotaped him asking to be let out. You go upstairs.
So what, guys? So what? Like, just, I don't know what you want me to say other than it was not out of maliciousness or intentional. I don't know what or how I can say it. I love George. Love him. To this day still. Love him.
Well, I mean,
Love
he only
makes you
died
crazy.
yesterday.
It doesn't do, it's not one of those things where it's like, oh gosh, you know what, I've done enough for you at this point. I never gave up on him.
Okay.
Why I'm here today, I'm still not giving up on him.
She just basically said what it was. You did this because you've had enough, you've done enough for him, and you was done and fed up. Crazy.
I would do anything for him.
Well, you gave up checking up on him, so.
Wouldn't let him out of the suitcase.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Oh gosh, nothing. You lost your mind.
We're simply just trying to go through. I mean, again, you gave us
Man.
a completely different story that you.
Not only that, remember in the beginning, she was talking about the baby mom and him trying to see his daughter. Like, woman, you took this man away from his child. Now, mind you, it could have very much been a domestic relationship on both parts. It could have happened the other way as well. But having children, neither of y'all should have been in that situation with each other.
Church stop to this was such a lasting matter.
It was fun.
Not by that
All
video.
day.
Not by that video. That
All
part
day.
wasn't. Anybody looking at it doesn't. I don't think anybody would look at that video and go, George is having fun right now.
So why is it you all think that y'all don't know me, you don't know me,
Nope.
would do something like that, especially having a 9-year-old son?
I don't know.
Like,
having
why-
a 9 would-
Because you
Like,
videotaped
Why are you so like caught on what we think
Yeah.
when
Because
you should be
it's
more
like
concerned about what you've told us?
It's because
and
like you guys
The
are
fact
like
that George
trying.
is dead.
The things that the video shows that are opposite of what you told us, and then what you've now
Like
told
what
us
is
here
opposite?
today. Well, you said that it was funny, and you're the only one laughing.
We were playing before that.
Okay.
But then it stops.
Yeah.
It obviously stops being fun.
Well, I
Because you're screaming at him. He's
am
begging
not
to get
screaming
out.
at him.
Yeah, I thought you guys were playing hide and go seek.
I don't know what you all want me to tell you. In no way, shape, or form was this intentional. At all. Ever.
That's when people try to play it down so that they can try to get a lesser charge, a manslaughter charge, instead of murder in a certain degree or anything like that. Try to play it down to a manslaughter charge or something like that, or accidental murder, or, you know what I mean?
Okay. Are you still going to allow us to do your fingernails?
Go for it.
Go for it. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to get that set up. Do you need any more water?
No, but
Thanks,
when you come
Dog
back,
Mom.
can I ask about this?
Yeah.
And Dog Mom, please tell your husband I said salute, brother.
So what?
Just don't understand.
So it
I don't
wasn't.
understand how your story changes so much to the
How
fact
is
that
it changing? Please help me explain. Understand.
You went on about how this was such a playful thing and you guys were laughing, and it probably was for a few minutes, but then it obviously changes. The whole demeanor of this whole situation completely changes. It's not the funny, laughing matter. He's not laughing at all.
I didn't think he was being serious.
You absolutely sound serious.
I
when you're
didn't think
answering
so.
that.
Like, just,
You don't think your voice, you sounded serious?
it's, okay. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It was a great day.
Okay.
It didn't end well,
I
obviously.
was going to say, that's...
Obviously.
I can't explain to you. I can't explain to you how horrific it was
Okay.
to find him. Horrific. Because I don't remember taking those videos.
Okay.
How horrific. I'm thinking he's in the bathroom. I'm thinking he's downstairs in the laptop.
Exactly.
I can't find him.
Observing stuff. Because he's the one that's sitting there observing stuff. You feel me?
So what's going to happen? Like,
Here's what gets me, though, is you don't remember taking videos, you don't know where he is, you don't remember him being in the suitcase, and you're still telling me that you had your wits about you. How does somebody have their wits about them when...
See, that's the
they
thing,
have all
too.
this
But
stuff?
you can clearly tell.
Look, she didn't
You
like
can
that.
clearly
Look,
tell.
when he clapped his hands, she didn't like that coming from him.
So what's going to happen? Like,
Here's what gets me, though, is you don't remember taking videos,
Watch
you
when
don't
he
know where
clap.
he is, you don't remember him being in the suitcase, and you're still telling me that you had your wits about you. How does somebody have their wits about them when...
See, that's the
they
thing,
have all
too.
this
But
stuff?
you
You
can
see
clearly
that?
tell.
She almost lost it right there.
You can clearly tell that I had been drinking some. You can clearly tell.
I had several people that came up to me in that apartment complex said that you were drunk on a daily basis. And
Oh
you were
my
screaming at
gosh.
him
Right.
regularly.
Right.
Yeah, these same neighbors that came up to them, telling them that you're drunk on a daily basis, knowing that you're running around your condo or townhouse area or whatever you want to call it, complex. Clearly being a Karen around that neighborhood. But you sitting here and told us we can ask everybody, the apartment managers, all the neighbors and all that, know that you were a good person and you were there to help him and stuff. But they told him that you're drunk all the time. But you notice how she was putting so much emphasis on, I don't get drunk. I don't drink like that. I like to have my wits about me. I have to get up and do things, and I have to take care of my son that doesn't live with me the same way Daryl Brooks had to take care of his daughters and stuff that didn't live with him. Come on, man. Your tongue is on the ground and you're steady stepping on it.
Really?
Right. Talk to the property manager. Talk to the property manager.
Okay.
Because it's not...
These are your neighbors, the one that live next to you. Your property manager does not live next to you.
Facts.
They see you every day. How many?
my
You had two neighbors you went
gosh.
to and asked to go
See,
use
that
the
is
restroom.
just
and
not
they said
fair.
No. Hold on. You had two different neighbors that lived directly next to you. You asked to use the restroom, and they told
She
you
was
no.
one of them.
turned
She
you
was
away.
one of them kids that when they play tag and shit when she was young, and she has to be the one to be it. This is not fair. I'm not playing. I'm not your friend anymore.
Go
Oh.
across the way to somebody else.
No, okay. Kim and Eli.
I'm not gonna be your friend.
Kim is not a nice person.
Okay.
She's just automatically not nice. Even after me and Lucas went over there and introduced ourselves, she's just not a nice person.
Then why would you think she would let you use a restroom?
Because Eli was in there. Eli comes over and talks to us sometimes, which I think pisses Kim off because he comes over and talks to us. The two of them, they're like super standoffish all the time. My neighbors down the street, down the way, their toilet was broken. They had stuff in the bathroom. So then they're like, go over there and try over there.
There's two bathrooms.
I wouldn't let somebody go upstairs and use my personal bathroom. That's what the
Really?
downstairs one is for.
If it's somebody you like, would you? Or somebody you knew?
They're in the process of doing all this stuff in the kitchen, and there's stuff in the bathroom, and the toilet doesn't work. Just walk across the way, no problem. And of course they let me in. Them and them, they're together. They're families.
You're not making sense,
And
lady.
nonetheless, if you really want to know, and I hope it doesn't get them in trouble, but he is over here illegally. So he's trying to work on getting his green card.
What does that got to do with you using the restroom?
They didn't want to be involved.
Let me just snitch
No,
a little bit
I'm
on other
asking
people.
last night because, we had several different people in the
Assuming
neighborhood
that
come up saying
Eli
that
and
she
Kim.
was drunk on a regular basis.
Eli and Kim. Okay. Did you ask Benny next door?
Those are the ones next door that she asked to use the restroom, and they said no.
No, she said no.
Okay.
And like I said, she's not a
Yeah,
nice person.
They're coming. What are your questions?
Yep.
I can help you with.
Who's coming?
To do the fingernails.
Yeah, you said that we could.
And you don't have to allow us to do it, just so you know. So don't think that it's...
I don't have a
forcing
problem.
you. Okay. Just make sure.
So, am I getting my phone back?
No.
Not today.
What about Lucas's laptop?
Daryl Brooks asked for the phone too.
Not today.
What does that mean?
We're still going through everything.
Oh, that's fine.
You're the one just telling us there's videos that we need to see on it, so we need
That's
to do
fine.
our due diligence that we go through everything.
See, and that backfires on me now, too, because now you all think that I had even more, in quotes, intent to do what I did to him, which was not intentional.
What's that?
Is that correct?
She's asking about your tag in your hand.
No, but I'm asking if that's correct.
No, I'm not going to
I'm not
agree to
making
anything that you're saying. I'm not, that you're...
So, his probation officer,
Mm-hmm.
do you all inform her, or do I need to call her?
We don't have to inform her, so if you would like to call her, you can. Are you saying because he's still on probation?
No, but because of the nice lady that she is and all that she's done for him, I didn't know how it was.
Legally, we just have to tell his parents, and we don't go telling.
She
we don't
definitely
go-
asked that
I
to see if she
didn't
was
even
going
know
home.
Who his probation officer was, so no, I wouldn't go tell.
So the same thing for classes. I need to do that too.
But she still thinks she's going home.
You need to do what?
Substance abuse class and his battery
Cancel.
intervention.
Yeah, we
Something
don't
else I
have
was
to
just
call
getting ready to
him.
ask. So, other than this, so initially, what was the cause of death?
She is still pending because she wants to hold the body for an additional day to see if more of those bruises turn into something bigger. And she's doing some other tests that she's
These
gotta
detectives
do. So
do
she's
not
pending
like
it
this
for
one,
now.
So, and that couldn't have been because of him being in the suitcase? Or y'all are saying that I physically did it?
That's what she's determining.
So,
The ones on the head, I asked her, could that have been from the suitcase, and she said she didn't think so.
I didn't touch him, nor did he touch me.
Okay.
I'm leaving it at that.
Okay.
So I don't know if you all know how to do this because so that's what I was get ready to ask you. So are you all updating his parents today or when you get final whatevers?
What does it matter? What we tell his parents? What do you mean?
Because
we're gonna talk with them.
Yeah.
okay,
I have to
but it's
tell-
going to come down to me.
What do you mean?
Like, so it's being put on me.
Who said that?
But I'm not, so what is it you would tell them?
We're gonna give them an update, just like we gave you an update on their autopsy.
Okay, so it's whatever
Well,
bruise,
here's
scratch,
the thing.
and
Here's the thing.
whatever on the head.
We had to deliver news to them last night that their son was dead. There's not a whole lot of conversation that goes on after that. It's not a very easy thing
Was
to
it
do.
yesterday or Sunday? Sunday. Today's Tuesday, right?
Did we not meet you yesterday? We met you yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm just asking. Right? Did we not meet yesterday?
It's a valid question.
Really? Yes, on Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Perfect.
So I don't know if I ask you guys or how I find this out other than talking to his parents, which is not going to happen.
Yeah, probably a terrible idea.
How do you guys suggest me finding out about funeral?
Yeah.
That's not even something that's been probably talked about between the family. That's not something we ask. We have no way of...
I didn't know, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
So,
It'll be up to them to make the arrangements of what they want to do. Like she just told you, this quick, just being told last night, I'll pretty much be willing to wager that they have not even considered what they're going to do.
His body can't even be released,
No.
so...
I've been there with parents, grandparents, and uncles. So, I don't know
Definitely
if I
don't
have the
know.
right
Thank
to
you.
or not, but like I was going to call his former employees whom he really cared for and let them know.
You can call whoever you want.
I just don't want to do something that I'm not supposed to. How do I go about getting his wedding ring, engagement ring?
Look, she
Is that the
really
medical examiner's
thinks she really thinks she going home.
office? It'll come to us eventually, and then... we
It'll
can-
be released to
Oh,
the next
family.
of kin.
Yeah, okay.
I bought it for him.
So
That
what?
is a civil issue. It was on his finger, it goes to them. They're the ones that are going to release it. We don't have any say in that.
So I won't get that back. So for all of this, like, how do I find out what's what, how many, like, what's been found?
What do you mean?
Pillow with stain, swabs of stain from pillow, suitcase.
That will all be sent off to
FDLE?
FDLE, Florida Department of Law Enforcement.
Yeah.
They do their testing.
So, and then, like, whatever white can with blood and necktie with blood was from the suitcase.
Correct.
Why would you guys, oh, you'll see it in there, the baseball bat for Lucas. And the receipts. And this is just his phone. My
The baseball bat, huh? Which must have blood on it. Because the paperwork she gave her is so that they could do the test for the fingernails, meaning the pillowcase, the necktie, the blunt force object, which must have been Lucas's baseball bat that you clocked him with.
phone and then the laptop.
Yeah, when anything can be released, we will release it, but we are very early in this investigation, and not an overnight process, unfortunately.
So, what's next?
They're gonna come and swab your fingers.
No, I'm talking about, like, in the long run. Like, what do I need to, like, do I need to be doing something, or, like...
I can't tell you, like, what to do.
I mean, like, so, like, for... Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know if you guys are just gonna, like... Because it makes it sound like, to me, like,
I
I'm
just
being
threw it in the
accused
chat,
of
dog
something
mom.
that was not intentional. I'm being accused of it.
Mm-hmm.
And a handful of other things that I'm being accused of.
Okay.
So I don't want to be at home with Lucas and you guys show up.
Okay.
I understand that.
So...
We're still investigating. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
So, is there going to be concrete whatever it is, and then it's like, okay, this is what it is, kind of thing, or like,
Look, she
because I've
fishing,
done the
like,
whole
tell me
court
what,
thing,
am I going home?
I've done the whole attorney thing, I've done whatever. So if I'm not admitting anything about being intentional and I killed George.
Okay.
It's all good. I know you watch a lot of Law and Order and watch a lot of TV and probably know what they say in the law in real life is you're innocent until proven guilty, but that doesn't mean you don't go to jail. Yeah, you're innocent until proven guilty, but we're going to hold on to you until we can prove that innocence.
That's not the situation, but it's trying to be pinned on me.
Okay.
That was not my intent. But it's trying to be pinned on me. So however or whatever it is I need to do in order for that to be proven, then I need to do so, which is why I'm trying to get my ducks in a row.
Okay.
So that's why I'm asking what the next step is other than me getting my nails swabbed.
Them ducks are not in a row.
I mean, you want me to tell you how to not be accused of a crime? Is that what you're asking? I don't know what you want.
I'm trying to prepare myself for whatever may need to be done so I can, I guess,
wouldn't-
stick up for myself.
I mean, I think you're doing just fine. You came, you talked.
I just don't want you guys to, again, show up and Lucas is in the house.
You're not going anywhere. Detroit was
Well, we did tell you yesterday that we don't want to do anything around your son, hence why you came to us. So I don't know why you think that's going to change.
That and or me not just show up back home.
I'm sorry, what? That or what?
Me just not show up back home. That's what...
There it is.
Oh,
I'm trying to find out
he's
if I'm
so
going
happy
to
that
jail.
I'm staying over at the house with Brian. Like, so happy. And I'm not going back to the house, to my house, for however long I can stay over here because of whatever to blow over.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if you don't mind me asking, so for whatever it is you all are claiming from the videos, which, yeah, is that what you're going to tell them? Like, his parents? It's like, oh, yeah, and by the way, she did.
Did what?
I mean, what would you tell them?
I don't think it really matters what we're going to tell the parents.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's fuel to the fire.
Well, we can't hide things, and I don't know. I'm not saying we're going to go. I'm not saying that we're going to go and tell them every single thing we have. But again, this is the Orange County Sheriff's Office, that's public record, so eventually, like, this all will come out.
Mm-hmm.
So, it does, like, I'm not,
Matter of time.
you're making it sound like we're going to tell them something.
And it's all over the internet. Once it go to the internet, hey, it starts selling. You know what I'm saying? It's like a sail ship in the water. Once that wind hit it, it's going. Unless you take that sail down, which I've never seen nobody be able to take the internet sail down. Once we're in motion, we're in motion.
So then your life is in danger, and I don't like that accusation.
No.
So let's just nip that in the butt right now.
Well, that's what's going to happen.
Why are you asking
I
if that's
cannot-
what you know?
I
What
cannot
are we going
choose-
to tell them?
But we can't even, but so technically there's no concrete report yet, even.
Right. So
it's,
you want me to like
I'm
tell
telling
you
you
exactly what I'm
what's
going to
the
tell them? I don't know what I'm going to
best that I
tell
did.
them. I don't know what I'm going to tell them. Let's just leave it at that. Just like you don't know why you went upstairs. I don't know what I'm going to tell them.
So
Parents that are dealing with
Can I call you the way that I did last time?
Yes,
You don't
my phone
know,
is an open
I don't
line.
know. So, bars.
Missy should be here. I don't watch taking so long.
Let's come down to looking.
I get it. Look, I get it.
Look, she been waiting for the guy to leave out the room so she can try to get a heart-to-heart with the woman and stuff, but she ain't understanding. This woman is more irritated with you than he is.
That looks really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what scares me. Like, what do I need to plan on? Like, what do I need to plan on? I promise you, on my son's life, it was not intentional. I promise you, on Lucas's life, it was not intentional.
Damn, on your son's life.
I don't know you. I can't say I know anything about you. I don't know what would be a true statement, what would not. I mean, you're promising on your son's life, that's fine.
That's how much it means.
Sorry.
That's how much it, look, that's how much it means.
Okay.
I hope you take that to heart. Please.
And it's documented that you said that, yeah. I get it.
Do you have any idea when I can get my phone back?
No telling.
What do you say?
I just said no telling. I mean, our digital forensics unit is got a lot of cases on their plate. I mean.
Well, and that's not technically my laptop, it's Lucas's laptop.
Okay.
But he plays, you'll see all the games that he has on there.
As soon as we can get that back to Lucas, we will. As soon as we can release your phone, we will. But we have no way of being able to tell you because we don't have control over their caseload and how they arrange what they do. So I don't know. And at this point, I think, honestly, with everything else that's going on, that should probably be at the bottom of your list of worries.
I'm trying to make Lucas happy so he can have his laptop back.
Okay.
Did Brian not have a laptop for him?
He has his laptop that he has to do for work, but he doesn't want him using it or breaking or dropping.
You're not
It's not a
getting
big
none
deal.
of the
There's
evidence
nothing on the
back,
laptop
lady.
anyway.
All that is now evidence. I can't believe this woman thought she'd get away with murder.
So you will keep me posted, like updated.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing, is I'm trying to figure out what I need to do in the meantime.
I don't know. I can't, I don't know what to tell you, though. Like, what?
But you all have more information than I do, where it's like, yeah, you might want to, or yeah, you might want to.
I'm sorry, what?
Like, we have more information on what?
Like,
We told you everything that we have. You know everything that we know. And most of it we got from you.
but that, like I was telling her, like, yeah, that's bad. Like, which I swore on my son's life was not intentional.
Remember,
so
I
that's
swore
why
on my
I'm
son's
trying
life.
to figure out what I need to do for myself
Okay.
going forward with this. Nonetheless, with his family. And are you all just showing up with Lucas now?
I think we've already both told you that we would be mindful of any situations.
So you guys, I guess you're going to call me tomorrow? Or do we need to come back down here?
I'll chat with you next time.
Yeah, I love how they do it.
I have no idea when I'm going to call you next.
Isn't the report coming out tomorrow?
No.
I'll chat with you next time.
I'm just saying a report is generated through us, and the sheriff's office is a public entity. So if someone were to come request something, then...
No, I'm talking about his autopsy.
she's waiting and doing more follow-up, but
She's looking at him again.
yeah.
But she won't be finished with him because she's pending further stuff.
So after this, what? I'm done? For now?
Kelly probably 1,000,000 times already. And the lawyers.
How long does this stuff
The lawyers can't see no way around that because they know it's intentional.
take to get back?
The
Most
FGLE
of that
results?
you won't get back. The swabs and stuff will stay.
But I'll know about it?
Oh, you'll definitely know. That's a definite.
Sorry. Our dispatch center keeps calling my phone, and I keep having to have other people call them to see what they need.
I hope you all can really both truly understand that that was not my intent.
She
I
just
miss
said
you
it.
a
Bro.
I mean,
No more.
but my question has remained the same. What do you expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a position like that?
Yes, but you have to understand too. I know.
No, just what would you expect?
For any defense lawyer, this is a hard case to defend, especially when you know what the real is. She made it hard for anybody to really defend her.
To happen to somebody when you leave
She's going to
them
end
in
up
a
defending
I have
herself.
no idea because
Watch.
I've never done it before.
Why have you never done it before?
Why would I?
Exactly.
Why
Why
would I
did
do
you?
it before?
Why did you
Why
do
would
it
you
now?
do it now?
I clearly have said why. Why?
No, you don't know
Never-
why. You
never-
just know that it's not intentional, but you don't know why. But that's okay.
Really?
I'm not trying to force you to say something that you don't know.
It's feeding and penning.
Awkward silence. They're just waiting for that word to say, all right, book her, Dano.
The fact that you guys would assume that I'm that kind of person.
We're not assuming anything. We're going by the facts. It happened.
Like, they don't even know you.
Like you said, you don't know me.
Yeah, she washed herself up. Definitely. The video is the biggest piece of evidence that there is. And her biggest mistake of ever trying to
What time
fight
is it,
this.
4:46.
Unfortunately, Lucas' mom will most likely never see his mom free again. And she waiting for them to say, okay, you're done. Go ahead and you can leave.
In itself, for me to have to live with getting him out and doing what I did is punishment enough.
That's punishment enough. In other words,
I think that's why I haven't slept.
I don't
That's
need to
all
go
it
to
takes.
jail.
So that right there says something.
Nigga, dude is like, this bitch is wild.
Not my intention.
There it is again.
This is just barely touched her. Well, that would be very random.
I was like, I
funny.
literally heard the beep, and I was like, that was
This is one of them situations like, I really need me one of them shirts that say fuck around and find out. Because if fuck around and find out was a person.
Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Yeah.
Punishment in itself.
Yeah.
Man, it's good trying to get out of jail. That's not happening.
Definitely a tragic situation.
I am through with alcohol. And it's unfortunate that stupid things like this happen.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Mm-hmm. His daughters too.
Facts, Kelly.
Are you trying to make it worse?
Sorry, what?
Are you trying to make it worse?
Make what worse?
How I feel?
Who cares? Man. Just shut up.
Making a comment. I mean,
CSI, that was there yesterday. I think she took your photos.
Forensics.
So I'm just going to take a swab and go around on one hand and then do a separate one for your other hand. Okay? Right hand.
She still shouldn't have opened her big ass mouth until she had a lawyer sitting in there with her. She probably wouldn't have put her foot in her mouth. I wonder what type of plea bargain they're gonna offer her. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. I don't watch that shit. They ain't really saying nothing.
Okay. Do you promise and swear that everything we talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
For which
true
Everything.
and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
What, that it wasn't intentional?
Everything you've
you
said
told
today,
us.
everything that's come out of your mouth has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
That's
Because
how
anytime
you
we talk
swear.
to somebody, we want to assure that everything that we've talked about is,
True and accurate to the best of that person's knowledge.
it's not a trick question,
To the best of my knowledge?
to the best of your knowledge.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Okay. Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up. I need you to turn around, face the wall, put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No.
Okay.
Why is this happening?
Book them down.
Because George is dead.
And you
Not
thought you were going
intentionally.
to.
We understand that.
He's still dead.
Well, we don't
Someone
really
needs to
understand
call
that.
Brian, please.
Okay.
Or can I not make a phone call?
You'll be able to make a phone call when we get you down to the jail.
So
You'll
why
be
is this
afforded-
happening? So this was a trick.
No, it's not
No,
a trick.
it's
That
not.
wasn't her trick at all.
I brought you in here to ask you to explain a few things to us,
Uh-huh.
and
You were read your rights.
your response to everything was basically, I didn't do it.
Intentionally.
I have to go through that.
Doesn't matter. He's still dead.
So I didn't do it intentionally, so I should be able to go
Have
home
a seat.
and just live with the guilt that I don't have him in my life anymore. Like, this shit crazy.
Really, guys?
Really.
So if I didn't show up,
If you didn't show up, they would have came and got you.
why is
You're
this
trying-
happening?
Because
Before y'all said I could leave.
when
That I was done after this, after that.
we were done, yes, we were done.
And you are
So
leaving.
now, so that's what it is,
We were done.
right? Not intentional.
Okay.
So what am I supposed to do now?
Go to jail.
You will,
Someone needs to call Brian.
okay.
Lucas is waiting for Mom to come home. This was not my intention. I thought I was waiting for you all to come and figure out what's what and how many.
That's what we're trying to do.
And I was going to be able to go home and see Lucas.
Let me throw my
Now
son
he's
in
just
it
not going to have
again.
me come home. So there's nothing that I can do.
All right, no.
There's nothing that I can do in order to go home and see Lucas and prepare.
All right.
Is she trying to proposition this man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Give you a little sucky or...
No. You'll be afforded a
You
time
sure
in
there's
court. You'll
nothing
be
I can do?
afforded an attorney. You'll be afforded a
Let me
chance
stop.
to talk to a judge, and all that stuff will be worked out.
But what's the time frame for that, though?
I have no way of being able to tell you. You should make first appearance probably by tomorrow morning, if not tonight, depending how things are busy, how quickly you get down there. I
I had a
don't work
sneaky
in
suspicion
the...
this was going to happen. And I need water, like, really bad, please.
You just drunk some water. You had water the whole interrogation.
You all checked me down here.
Absolutely did not.
Look, when you came down there, you should have been prepared. You should have known this. I would have knew. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm about to go down here to an interrogation. I'm going to take myself down here, and I'm going to jail. And knowing that I knew that, I can't say if I would have went or if I would have ran. But if I was going to run and not show up and not go to jail, I damn sure would have took off. I wouldn't have showed up there. They would have had to come get me. But if I showed up there, I would have definitely been like, yeah, I'm going to jail. So I'd have been locked and loaded. I'd have had all type of stuff on me. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm going to jail. Shit, I'm going to go up in here, you know what I'm saying? I got the pack, get my commissary writing and all that because I already know I'm going to jail. You know what I'm saying? I'd have wore like three pair of underwear, couple of tank tops under my shirt, all white because they'll let you keep that.
I just got those.
Okay. They are not allowed in the jail.
So I can't even smoke cigarettes if I go.
Facts.
What?
If that was a good day, I would hate to see a bad day also.
She's fucked up.
What am I supposed to do with my car?
Oh, it'll be tough.
Find where it is. When you get down there, you'll have 3 phones. You'll be able to call.
What, as soon as possible?
Yeah, once you get down there, get booked in, you'll be able to use a phone in the waiting
Or
area.
how long will that take? Because I need to talk to Brian.
I know it depends how busy, how quickly they get you through. I probably would say within the hour. It's a free phone call in the lobby. It's a free phone call.
All I'm doing is bring you there, sign a piece of paper, and you're going to do it.
She has no clue.
So
She
can
damn
I
sure
ask
thought she
you,
outsmarted
or
them. What's up,
whoever it
G5?
is, those holding cells, the holding cells, am I going to be put in one of those?
I don't know.
Last time I had a panic attack.
Let them know that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, brother.
Well,
I bet she had a whole bunch of those. And my anxiety, I can't be in this cell. Put me over here at the desk with you guys. Fuck out of here.
You're familiar with the Big Bay.
You're
As
a
long as you
criminal
go in,
now, lady. You probably looked at a lot of videos, a lot of cop videos and everything, and said, that's right, put them under the jail. They should be in jail. Probably called the cops on a whole bunch of people with your Karen ass. Now you're on the other side of it. Now you're on the other side of it, just like Fonnie.
and you act civil to them, they'll set you in the Big Bay. And you'll be left there for
Can
a
you
while.
request that while I'm there?
No, that's not up to us. We don't work at the jail.
As long as like he's saying, is if you don't
If
act
you
up,
go in and act like this, you'll go in and they'll put you in the Big Bay. If you go in there screaming and kicking and yelling and
Why would
cursing
I
at
do
people,
that?
I don't know. I'm just letting you know that's what happens. That's how they weed people out. If you go in acting like this,
That's why I
So I asked for the
salute.
Big Bay?
they'll put you there. As long as
Y'all
you're
that's
acting
just
like
coming
this.
in.
Yeah, because
Y'all that's just coming in gonna have to rewind it back because we've been in here 2.5 hours. And sorry I do it late, but y'all know I'm late night dice, so it is what it is. But it is still up there. Please go back and enjoy it all.
I had a major panic attack on those little things.
let them know.
Because we definitely dug in on this one.
I have not
So
found
what am I
it.
going to do with my purse? Oh, sorry.
Your purse is going to come, but the cigarettes and stuff can't, so.
That's your last
Put the
cigarette.
lock up, too, my bad.
Oh,
That's why you should have packed for the trip.
What made you all decide to do this?
Made us decide to do this.
Uh-huh.
George is dead.
You guys, I knew this was going to happen.
You did? Okay.
So I came
Well, we
down here
gave-
willingly.
Yes, absolutely. We were trying to figure out what's going on. We're still trying to figure out what's going on.
Unintentionally.
Well,
Yeah, that's because she didn't care about him being dead in the first place. She cares about herself.
you act
Dude
like
was there. It's not necessarily that she needed a relationship or anything like that. That was just somebody she could control, and she's a control freak. That's why she was with the guy in the first place, because she was able to control shit.
When you say unintentionally, that absolves you from everything.
I need to get, I have my, I don't know if it's
You need
able
to
to
be
be or
you need
not.
your oil then. I apologize.
I have things in my car that I need to.
Put your
Like what? You're going to jail.
What
You
kind
ain't
of
getting
stuff
none of
is in
that.
the car that you're worried about?
And trust,
Well,
they
I
will search the
have
car.
my medication.
Okay, they have a pharmacy there, so if there's something that you have to have right away, you'll be seeing a
It's
nurse.
panic attack stuff.
Well, again, when you get checked in, you're going to be seeing a nurse,
Turn around now.
and that they have a pharmacy there. So they'll be
Y'all
able to
notice
take
Karens always have panic attacks and anxiety.
care of any.
You ever spot somebody that, I mean, and not all people, because I know a few people that have anxiety and they're nothing like this or whatever, but for the most part, Karens always claim to have panic attacks and anxiety.
Kind of that stuff, that protocol is out of my realm. I don't work down there, so I don't know, but I do know they do have a pharmacy, and that you will be afforded to see somebody. Okay?
all done?
Yes, ma'am. I just put
Anyway,
that-
man, I hope everybody have a good morning, man, and y'all see it. Y'all see it, and we going to pay close attention to this with her 7 lawyer having ass. You feel what I'm saying? So we going to get on that, because I definitely want to see this trial. And like I said, I hope she goes to defend herself. Because then, oh man, we gonna have content for days. Because we still on Daryl Brookhead. Because he gave us so much content, it's just like nonstop. Although I had to detox from Daryl Brooks for a second. You know what I mean? And we do got Fonnie Willis coming up, but if I'm not mistaken, I think the next video is gonna be another Daryl Brooks episode while I'm still researching Fonnie Willis, and we're we're gonna kind of jump through all these cases. I'm also looking up other cases that people have sent me, so I'm kind of studying those as well, so I can bring you guys even more content, more commentary that come from the Dice Up. You know what I mean? I know everybody's doing it, and I know there's other channels that do it, but I hope that I'm able to give you guys something as far as a commentator, something a little different than everybody else does. Not better, just different. You feel what I'm saying? Anyway, man, I'm not gonna hold you guys up too long. You guys have been great. If you guys feel like donating, man, the Cash App is right there on the screen, DDMTV80. Hit your boy up. Anyway, man, once again, I want to salute everybody for coming through, especially while I'm over here intoxicated as hell. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm feeling right now. You know what I'm saying? I got my Friday started early instead of later. You feel me? But like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. Peace. Observing, don't be trying to hit the peace before I hit the peace, nigga. I love y'all, man. Peace.